Back again, back again. Um, Icebreaker question for the day. Who do you think is going to be the breakout player in fantasy football this year? I honestly have no idea. I was trying to think of players in like new situation. It's somebody that can like truly maximize off their output, but I can't really think of nobody that's in that much of a propelling spot.
Might be a bounce back year for AJ Brown. He might have some. He might have a high touchdown performance this year. He
Yeah,
should.
I well, in that case, I mean, I could see this. I could see like a bounce back year for Saquon. I mean, he kind of had a down year last year. I mean, that was mostly due to the offensive struggles in general. But I think he'll have a good year. I think another breakout player I got this year is Tyler Shuck. I actually think that Saints offense is looking pretty decent with the additions that they made in the draft and in free agency. So I think the Saints are a good team this year. I think the Saints will be a good team.
Maybe Jalen Waddle. He gets to play with a real quarterback.
Yeah, and definitely. I mean, I think he'll benefit from playing in Denver. I mean, a lot of deep passes. They get the loft in the air. It's a speed advantage.
Welcome to Point Blank Period, Point Blank Period,
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Otani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top five.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the 90s.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Like, everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby. We drafted your replacement already. So
Whoa. I don't gotta talk to no peons.
why not just come back and prove?
This time you're really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man
ridiculous.
business. Grown man business.
Welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. Today is episode 62, Sesenta Dos. So, Mr. Amari, can we kick it? We're going to ask this one question. Who is the best player in the World Cup thus far?
You gotta be Messi. I mean, I believe he got 5 goals so far in the World Cup, and I think he just surpassed the all-time leading scorer. So it got to be him, unless you go Mbappe. I know he as of right now has four. He has 4 goals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
but it got to be Messi.
Yeah, and like I said, like you just said, he just passed it. Now he's the all-time leader with 18 goals in 6 different World Cup tournaments. This being his sixth one. Um, he also hold the record with the hold on, yeah, he also hold the record for the most games and the most victories. So 28 games played, 18 victories. He almost like to go to this thing. So like you just said, right now, 2 games, World Cup, 5 goals. Just had a win recently. So as we speak, I think he is the number one soccer player in the world. But Mr. Umari, I got another question for you. This is our injury report / trade rooms. Has there been any movement in the NFL? It seems like it's been quiet recently. What you got?
I mean, it is relatively quiet. There's not really much going on, but we did get two extensions or contract signings, if we may say. Yeah, you got Jeffrey Simmons agreeing to a 3-year, $105.8 million contract that'll keep him in Tennessee, unless otherwise. But I think this locks Jeffrey Simmons in Tennessee for the remainder of his career. And Kyle Pitts inking his name to a 3-year, $54 million contract, which also ties him to $36 million fully guaranteed for the next 2 seasons. Um, I do think these are good moves. It kind of lessens Kyle Pitts' cap hit with from the franchise tag that he did sign. So I think it was a good move for that. But kudos to those guys for getting their money.
Big
Uh,
money. Jeffrey Simmons, the all-time highest paid
yeah,
tackle, right?
yeah,
D tackle.
yep. all-time
Yeah.
highest paid D tackle, which yeah, that's a big push.
I always thought Jeffrey Simmons was underrated, man. He didn't get the
He,
praise that I think he
I,
deserves.
I think you play in Tennessee. The
Shoot,
only
what's
time
the
he got
man?
that recognition was when Derrick Henry was there. They were winning. That was the only time he got some type of recognition. After that, it was like y'all just losing. It's like, oh, so you don't mean nothing to the game because
Hey,
they still
Miles
tearing
Garrett
y'all up.
playing Cleveland. Hey, stop him.
I mean, you see Miles Garrett also ruin complete offenses and losses. I mean, he's a
or
defensive
recognized.
tackle, so he got tackles, sacks, TFLs, batted passes. He got quite a few things he could touch in as far as the stat category, but
He
I
dominant
just
long ball.
yeah, I just don't. I just think, like you said, D tackles are an unrecognized spot because we just kind of look at them as most of the time hole stuffers, or you're just
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
to hold up the offensive linemen so they don't get to the linebackers. They
And
don't
I
really
think that's why he
insinuate you to
deserves
make
more credit
plays.
because
Yeah,
he's one of those ones that does more than that. Like
yeah,
that's the status quo for that position. But he goes past it. He has pass rushing capabilities, and all other aspects that he can pull from that tackle position, along with the status quo. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence don't get as much credit as he probably deserved because he just looked at as a nose. But yeah,
when I say
Jefferson, I
Dexter
always
Lawrence
like
is
Jefferson.
a yeah, he's yeah, that's a I want to say I don't know if they're in the same draft class or not. That's a
but Jeffrey Simmons and Dexter Lawrence.
yeah. I want to say they like a few years off,
I
but
like Jeffrey Simmons. I always like he got a nastiness to him too, the way he plays
yeah,
the game.
I like Jeffrey Simmons. He a dog. That's
And
that
what
I
you
want to
think
say
about this, Mister
Mississippi State.
Myra? By him being the highest paid tackle, isn't well at least from the team. That's the most like that's respect in the league. Like they view respect there. How much money you gonna give me? How much? Like if you give me my proper worth as a football player and in basketball, that's when they really feel that people are respecting them. That's why so many people hold out and stuff like that because they don't feel like they're getting the adequate money or compensation for their skills.
Not necessarily,
Um,
because we've seen a lot of guys be the highest paid and they not really up there with their position.
Christian
It's just
Kirk.
their turn. Yeah, it's just their turn. So it doesn't always correlate. But as far as the tenure he's had with Tennessee, I want to say he's the longest tenured team player on their team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because what's the name retired, right? Who was the tackle they had?
What was it? I was saying, who was it? Taylor
that's the one that
Lewan?
got the podcast. I believe he's speaking on.
Taylor Lewan?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
think
had a
that's who it is.
tackle. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's the longest tenured Titan, and he's been a force along with the Chris Jones and uh, other D tackles we could say throughout that tenure that was dominating the league.
And
Yeah,
that's why I'm about to just bring up. So he got 7 seasons, 42 and a half sacks, 376 total tackles, and 66 tackles for loss. So he is a disruptor at his position. But even with that being said, 42
You
sacks.
play for you play for Tennessee and you're the only person on your D line.
I know, nah, I ain't saying. I'm saying that to say that being good at your position, but even when you look at his counting stats, because of the position, it's just not glaring. Like I say, 42 sacks. That's good for his position,
42.
but like
I'm about to
most,
say
That's
that's
six a
what we
year.
judging him as. We
That's
judging him
six
for
a
yeah.
his
year.
possession.
Nah, I understand that, Mr. KD, and I agree with you. I'm just saying that I kind of think that if it ain't like a football head, you don't really notice what he does or tackles or D tackles unless it's Aaron Donald.
or
You don't
unless
really
you
understand.
or unless your team playing them,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
gonna feel
yeah, 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 yeah. And also before we leave this topic, Mr. KD, I mean Mr. Mari, is there any setbacks or held from injuries that's going on right now? People that was supposed to be at OTAs or be at camp, and it's looking like they may be out a little longer than expected.
Well, I've spoken Malik Neighbors getting a surgery a few podcasts ago, but his recovery is still not charted yet on when his possible return is. Bucky Irvin is in training camp with a lot of non-contact things going on, and just to kind of repair that shoulder. So he'll be back hopefully by week one. Cam Scottaboo's timetable is moving ahead of schedule, so he should be back by week one. A few other notable things for this off season. As of last podcast, I did speak on Brendan Sorsby and the supplemental draft that will not be taking place this year, and Brendan Sorsby will be attached to the 2027 QB draft class. So
Messed up.
even more so that load, even more so that loads up that QB draft class with the talent that they already have with Archman and Dante Moore, and now Brendan Sorsby. Um, with another return, Cam Jordan is back in New Orleans, as I believe we all expected. Um, and then I feel like one of the most, it's a very quiet story, but it's a very interesting story. This Brandon Ayuk and 49ers saga and everything that's going on. I mean, of course we know there's definitely going to be a split, but just the overall drama that's taking place between the teams and the player. Uh, I don't know if any team would like to attach themselves to that after upon his release, but I would love to see if you have a fit for him.
Well, you the talent. If the mental stuff is there, man, that's what I'm worried about. If the mental stuff is in line, he can still perform on a lot of different rosters. He'd be a nice fill in for Philadelphia. Those are the type of players they take a swing at. He could possibly stand in for what they're gonna lose without AJ Brown. Um, and it's probably ample opportunities for him, really. But if it's all about the mental, if the mental is there, is he doing this because of disarray with the 49ers, or does he really have something going on?
Um, as of right now, it seems like it's more aimed towards the 49ers than anything else.
And then we can accept
Um,
that.
so yeah, I said it just seems like it was, I guess there was some kind of true deep rooted misunderstanding, and now all bridges are
But you got
severed
your
even
money.
after the yeah, I was even after the money. All
So
bridges are
when did the
settled.
disappointment happen?
And then they,
Before or
I mean,
after the money?
he had to forfeit a bunch of it because he never showed.
That was by his choice. So I'm saying, where
Yeah.
did the misalignment happen? Was it before you got your money or after?
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's what I was just speaking about just a second ago, Mr. KD, about when they paid you, that's their sign of we respect you, we want you here, we paying you. He got an adequate contract, ain't like they lowballed him. So I'm real curious of like, because I even remember even asking this like about 6 podcasts ago. Said, Mr. Myron, what is going on with him? And you were like, I ain't heard nothing from him. But since then, we've been hearing a lot from him. And the latest thing, I think he want to go to the Commanders. He put a post out there, something about him and the
Yeah, go
Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah.
I
What you
mean,
think about that?
I I think that'll be more of a. I mean, it's a reunion. He'll be back playing with Jaden Daniels, who he played with at Arizona State. Jaden Daniels was a freshman, and Brandon Ayuk was a senior, potentially eventually heading to the draft. And then Rashad White, who just came from Tampa Bay, was also a part of that Arizona State team. So I mean, you pair these three guys back up. Who knows? I guess they're hoping for some kind of type of rekindling magic since now hitting the NFL.
But if you're an owner, how open are you to agreeing to this after you see the episode that they're going through right now? That's dragged long. That's dragged too long, if you ask me. This has been going on too long. For us really still not to know what's going on. That's really my problem. For it to last this long and we still don't know what's the real problem, both sides are saying different things or hinting at different things. As an owner, are you signing off that that's signing quickly, or is it a hesitancy to it?
Like I said, I feel like there's a hesitancy to it, and even more so, I don't really think anybody's gonna want to jump at it. Even with him wanting to play for the Commanders, and I'm assuming this is with them, I guess being in some kind of talks, because I don't think you just start making these kind of jumps in the out in the public for no reason. So if you've been in talks with the Commanders, and now with all these episodes that you are doing, I don't think they would even want to take a swing at it now. It's like you're being volatile to the situation you're in now. So if anything was to ever hit the fan here, who's to say that you won't do that here?
Yeah, and I just got to say this. I want to say he lost $27 million, and whatever team he go to next, I don't know how much left on his contract or whatever. They're not gonna pay him what he really deserves because they're gonna look at him as I'm gonna give you as little as possible because we don't know if you're gonna crash out on us also. So
Unless you go
he's
to a
really
team
costing himself a lot of
that
money.
will pay you that.
They're gonna front load
There's
it.
always
If
somebody.
anything, they're gonna pay him the money and they're gonna front load it. So then it's like, all right, if we cut you, we don't owe you nothing.
There's always somebody that's more desperate.
That one was just saying he's taking a lot of food out of his mouth, like
Don't say that. Don't say
$27 million.
that because then he's gonna end up in Cleveland.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily. He might not be losing no money because it's always a desperate team.
Oh, you saying he could do a Deshaun Watson and get all his money back from, like Mr. Martin
Somebody
said,
might want you
Cleveland.
to. Somebody
From
might
like
want you
Cleveland,
to,
fully
and
guaranteed
they know the
contract.
only way to get you is to offer more money, and that's what they'll do. And if that's what moves
Carolina
you, then
will
that's where
be
you'll go.
Carolina or Cleveland.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. So, Mr. KD, we really know ain't nothing going on in the NBA. Ain't no free
Nah, it ain't.
agency
We
move.
got some
It
good
ain't
news.
nothing going on. Nobody heard nothing. What you got to say, Mr. KD?
I got baby news
Ain't
and
nothing
big
too
news.
meaningful.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing too meaningful though.
It ain't gonna shake no. They ain't gonna shake no
And
dirt.
I heard from your favorite commentator, but I'm waiting for you.
Trey Young has re-upped with the Wizards, so he is signed into them for the next 4 years with an extension. He opted out of the player option, but they got the long-term contract done. And with we'll talk about later with that first overall pick, it opens your eyes to the window that might be opening, not championship window. I'm just saying a window that might be opening for the Wizards that we haven't seen in a decade, probably. Talk about maybe the early
Oh,
John Wall years.
so we just get into the playoffs. Okay.
Might not. I ain't saying that yet. I'm just saying you're gonna put more people in that stadium or that arena. That's what they need to do first. I went to a Wizards game. I promise you, my ticket was like 20 something dollars. They got to get people in that arena first. Then we
And
can go from there.
Mr. KD, I think I was right there with you. I dozed off during the game.
Yeah. We
Won't
chose
nothing to see.
that was just something we did because we was in town. Like that, you don't supposed to go to an NBA game just because you in town.
Yeah, just because
What
it's a
up?
Tuesday. What you
Yeah,
got to
just
do? I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go see the Wizards.
yeah, you know
Throw
what?
it
The
out.
Wizards playing. Wizards playing tonight. Oh, for real? Nah. Then it end up happening, and you end up spending more money on margaritas. I mean, lime margaritas and all of that stuff than you did for your tickets. But it might be a opening of optimism for that team if they can nail some more picks and players. And we can talk about that later too. But big news or the bigger news, matter of fact, we're gonna go medium. We went light news, medium news. Julius Randle traded to the Nets. Take with that and do what you want with it. I really don't know what it does. It opens up some cap flexibility for Minnesota, but the Nets, I really don't know if they have a direction of where they want to go. I think they're just acquiring talent and seeing if they can get a hit. But that was also done. But the biggest news of the biggest news, finally, the Giannis Antetokounmpo uproar has been settled. He has landed in Miami, traded to the Heat. They traded a ransom for him. Milwaukee can't walk. They walked away with a good amount in the bag. But Pat Riley, he does what Pat Riley does. When that window looks like it's closing or it's a little iffy, I'm going to go get a big fish, and we're going to capitalize on the moment. Trust me, the roster doesn't look that competitive right now. Pat Riley will find players to fit this roster and put them in competition for a championship, if not just a championship run. So shout out to Pat Riley for getting it done once again. Shout out for Giannis for getting out of Milwaukee. And
Shout out to Jimmy Haslam, the owner of
who that?
owner of the Browns, and I want to say he's like a partial owner of the Bucks.
Oh, really?
Man, yeah, man, that traded Miles Garrett and Giannis
Yeah.
in a month.
And man, well, he on a rampage. But nah, how y'all feel? What's that? Does Giannis not? We not going too deep because we can hit that another date. But
They
if
don't
you
have they don't
Giannis to
have
the Heat, what
guard
they going?
they don't have guard play.
They traded every dang guard they had,
They don't have no. They have Norman Powell.
and they got to keep him. That's
And the
what
And that's
thing
it.
is,
you got to
now
keep him.
I feel like what the thing is now with the fact that you only have Norman Powell, you gave him the leverage on y'all. I'm the best guard y'all got, and he about to
Hold
be
on,
a
wait a
free
minute.
agent.
Whoa. We're talking about Pat Riley here. That man has never looked at any situation. He let LeBron walk out the door. He's never looked at a situation and said, "You got more leverage than me." That's just not how he look at things.
What
Pat'll watch
you
Norman
said?
walk right out the door.
And you stuck with Davion Mitchell running your
No,
offense.
I'm stuck with more cap room. I got to go find somebody.
Good
But I
Lord with
say you got to
that.
keep Norman Powell. You got to keep Norman Powell.
You
But that
got
still don't
to.
solve your problem. You don't have a point guard. Davion Mitchell's a great uh, role playing guard. He's not a
He's a
point guard.
great defender.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
I ain't
not a
gonna
point
call
guard.
him a great defender. He's a very good defender.
But trust in Pat. Pat, like matter of fact, I missed the pick that they got. Oh no, they traded it. Dang, they lost their pick. They traded
They,
it. Whew.
they don't have nothing. They don't have
Right.
nothing to
Yeah, the
trade for
cover is
nobody. They don't have
cover is
nothing
there.
to give nobody. You in a tough spot. The roster you got is the roster you got, and Norman Powell
No,
is
they
your
got
best.
flexibility. If any team has been known to find plug and play guys on lower end uh,
I already
cap,
so I can see it already. They going you gotta bring in these like you're saying it's like oh G
Duncan
League guys
Robinson,
yeah the Duncan
Gabe Vincent,
Robinsons. You gotta
yeah,
bring in these
we
guys.
find them guys. They find we Pat finds those guys. Spo develops those guys, and they end up. They were just, let's not be
They were
too
just in the
far fetched. They were
finals.
just in the finals with Jimmy Butler as the best player. So, like I said, it was waiting to see. But all in all, I'm just glad he stayed in the East.
I'm also shocked that they got him out of Milwaukee before the man was about to lead Milwaukee in all five stat categories.
Man,
He needed like
they got a king's ransom for this man. They
And so, Mr. KD, it was somebody else.
he's our Greek freak. He's our Greek god.
right,
It
but
was
that's a
some,
lot.
it was somebody else, another team that was on the other end of that phone also, and they was looking for the trade for Giannis also. They just didn't have enough, which was
They
the
had
Boston.
enough. They wouldn't give it up.
Well,
They wanted more picks.
that's my point. Where when I say had enough, I mean they wasn't offering enough. But the point I'm getting at, what this mean for uh, the Celtics and Jalen Brown, since he was the one that they were using as a trade bait to lure out there. So that's now it's official. Either I ain't saying we necessarily are
Unfortunately,
trading you, but at least everybody know, including you, that you are tradable. Like if we looking to get somebody, you the
yeah,
one leaving, not JT. What's your thought?
If
true
we
theory.
go into next season with that thought, you just gonna have him in his feelings all next year. Ain't gonna have to deal with a disgruntled superstar. I mean, I feel
I
like
got
he's
to
still
look at
gonna
it the other
play.
way. Jalen Brown has said that he wants to be the number one on the team. So Jalen Brown is open. He's not against being traded. And they've also came out and reported said that they said the trade talks with Jalen Brown's name in it are not over. They will still hear some more Jalen Brown rumors, so to say. So I'm basically looking at it like I don't think he's going to beat it. Maybe he
Yeah,
will because they're not going to just give him away. It's going to have to
no.
be a
Mm.
deal that's serviceable. But they're going. He is. He's out there. He's available. And
So and that's my next part of the question, and I'm gonna ask both of y'all. I'm gonna say mine's first. Do he make it to day one as a Boston Celtic? Opening game, is he a Boston Celtic? I say
No,
no.
he's not making it the media day.
I think he will be.
I'm right there with you, Mr. Mara.
I don't
Would
think
you
he'll
I
say,
think
make
he
the
Mr.
will be
media
KD?
day.
because one thing about the word we keep saying already so early, leverage. When we know both of y'all want to part ways, I'm not going to offer you your true value. And Boston is not just going to give them away. They know who they have, a Finals MVP.
And Boston
So
ain't just no offense, the Orlando Magics of the world, whoever you want to call a bad team. They got a history, they got a lineage, they got a ring that they just won 2-3 years ago or something to that effect. So they got a lot going on for them. But to your point, Mr. KD, we've been dealing with this Giannis thing for almost 2 seasons. He's been wanting to go. And to your point, we just ain't let you go for anybody until we get what we need on the other end of that trade. Only then you can leave.
I ain't saying it
But
like that, but I'm saying we went through this last season with the whole Jalen Brown versus Jason Tatum thing. And for really, this is going on 2 seasons where it's been a narrative. So we've been dealing with it. Of course, it's going to heighten now because his name was actually connected to a big trade that didn't go through. But hey, if y'all end up unhappy come a regular season, y'all can figure it out.
all right. So let's get to the next topic. More football with Mr. Amari. But Mr. Amari, I gotta ask Mr. KD this first question. This kind of off the cuff, one in our notes. Recently, Joe Burrow has compared his team to the 2019 LSU team. What's your thoughts about that, Mr. KD?
Metaphorically, what he means in comparison is just that he has everything he needs to win, and it's just up to everybody to go do it. The roster is stacked to his liking. He feels like the talent holds up in each position. It's just out there for us to go get the job done. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I know Amari don't. You don't want when Joe Shiesty talking like that. You don't want that.
That's college. This the pros.
Now, see, when you say that's college, I think that's kind of belittling what we're talking about. LSU is a top three college. 2019 LSU was a top three college team of all time, as of what they've done, what they did that year. We ain't just talking
Not
about college.
arguing. Not arguing with that. But you trying to compare your NFL team as of right now to your
No, he just
college
said the
team. I'm
pressure.
not.
He said the pressure. He said what it feel like. That's putting more pressure on itself, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, because you gotta. I mean, you see, like you said, the season that he had that year, you just put that on yourself now. So it's like, hey, you like you said, if he got everything you need to win and to succeed, then you need to. And now when you don't, it's gonna. Mm, it's gonna be one of those like we had in the comments who like Joe Burrow's overrated. It's gonna be one of those all over again.
You don't like that talk. That's your nervous, dog. That's your nervous, dog.
Ooh,
You don't like that talk. Joe Shiesty talking like that early.
Hmm.
make it to week 5.
And the only reason I asked this question is because when Mr. Amari was talking about what you call it, going back to the Commanders hooking up with JD5, and I was like, oh yes, everybody trying to reconnect with their college buddies. Do it really work out? Because to Mr.
I
Amari point,
mean,
this ain't
it
college
does.
anymore. Like we was the men in college, but now we the man playing against a whole bunch of other men that was the men in college. Like it ain't that easy.
I
It's
mean, but
been working. It's
it
been
has
working.
worked. I mean,
Especially
we
receiving the
seen.
quarterback.
I'm about to say we've seen it immediately work for in KD's favor with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. We've seen it
Oh, he
work.
like it for him.
Jalen Hurts.
Y'all say we've seen it work with Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. We
Tua.
see we seen it work for a little bit with Tua and Jalen Waddle. Like
They played
it
together in
worked.
college. I
Yeah.
thought Water came after him. Okay, okay,
No, they were. I want to say they were the same year or something like that. Same year or a year apart, but they were on the same team.
okay. But he ain't play with Smith. He ain't play with Devontae though.
No, he was there too.
He probably
You
was a
gotta
freshman.
remember. You gotta remember. This is Alabama. You got some guys that they got talent on that roster down to five,
Yeah,
six.
yeah. That was the life of
It just it just
uh
wants your year.
Kamara.
Yeah, you still a dog, but it just wants your year.
Nah. Well, how many people Kamara was sitting behind Mr. Amari when he was at Alabama?
TJ Yeldon, Mark Ingram. It was sitting behind like 3 or 4 people. He ended up deciding to leave.
Was Derrick Henry there still as a
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He had to go take his talents to Tennessee. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he left and went. Yeah, he left and went
Alabama,
to
man.
Tennessee. But
Yeah.
Alabama's just too much.
And that's why I'm gonna have to
Especially
challenge
after
that statement in the future podcast that they had the top 3 college football team, Mr. KD. Alabama might
I didn't
own
say the
3 of
top
the
three
top
football
three
teams. I said
football
the
teams.
season. Said the season. 2019 season was
So
top
you
three
saying the
football.
season was the best, not necessarily the team. I got you. All
Yeah.
right. So let's get to our hall and all. I got 6 names up here. I'm gonna say the people, the players. Y'all let me know if y'all think they're in the hall or not. If their career was to end right now. I'm gonna start with a person we mentioned a little earlier, AJ Brown. Hall or no?
I'm gonna let you go first,
Mm.
Lamar.
I can't think of AJ Brown's stats off the top of my head, but I don't think he's eclipsed ten
No.
thousand yet. But yeah, no. I mean, the ring kind of is there, but I don't think he's eclipsed 10,000 yards yet. So no,
He was a dog in Tennessee too. I'm not even
it was. But I mean, you in a run heavy offense.
but he was
Yeah.
still getting off. He was still getting
So
off.
so Mr. Amari,
You getting
7 years.
800 yards in a run
Scoring.
heavy
That man put
offense.
the ball in the end zone. That's what I don't know his yardage. I'm really interested in his touchdowns.
I
All
mean, yeah,
right.
he had like them one handers. I'm pretty sure that's what you most notably remember, because that's about it. You only have like 5 or 6 of them.
So 7 years, 8,000 yards, 56 touchdown, and a Super Bowl ring. I'm
Seven
just saying.
years, 56. What's that? Eight a year?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
Mm, yeah. almost over
But
a
that goes to
thousand
your
yards a
run heavy
year.
part too,
It was
Mr. KD. He was in the run heavy team and Tennessee and in Philly. If you want to look at it, he had a
I
2,000 yard.
mean,
He had 2,000 yard runners. That I
who
don't get much heavy into
who
that.
too? Yeah, he had one in Tennessee and he had one for a year in Philly. Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like Saquon went for 2,000 and then went for 1800 like Derrick Henry did.
Mr.
But really,
But
what I'm saying,
go ahead.
go ahead, no, go ahead, because I was putting
I'm
a
about to
cap
say
on it.
Mr. Murray. He only played 7 years. So like we ain't saying that.
I
I'm
played
just saying.
most of that with Derrick,
That's
and I
what I'm
just
going
played
to.
2 years with Saquon. And even then, Saquon ran for two bands as soon as he got here. It's not like Saquon went again for even 1,300. Saquon barely had 1,000 yards last year. You just weren't good last year.
Yeah, but that's a season. But all them years they was in
That's a
Tennessee,
season that counts amongst those seven.
I know
But
that's
Amari,
right.
even
But I'm
with
saying all
that
them years he
bad
was in
year,
Tennessee,
I still average over 1,000. Even with that bad year, my average is still solid from the totality of things. My thing about it with him and the answer is that the question said as of right now. That's if he never played again, would he be Hall of
hmm
Fame? He is
No,
still to be determined. I probably think he will make it. I will say that, but it's still to be determined because we said if he stopped right now. Right now, no. And it's probably going to be that same answer for a lot of people because we'll see where their
and
career
this
takes
goes to Mr. Amari point. He need about 3 more years of solid production to really solidify himself as a Hall of Fame. I'm right there.
because we've been
Hey,
we've been talking about.
let him win the ring with New England.
Yeah, because
It's
now at
different.
that point you would
It's
have, I
different.
would think, 9,000 yards and two rings. So yeah,
And people would look at it as you quote unquote the reason you went from one
yeah,
team.
you changed them. You
Mhm.
gave them the number one that they needed in the Super Bowl. That's all they're gonna
And
see.
I think he's gonna have, like I mentioned him earlier, I think he's gonna have a crazy year this year.
All right,
Playing God.
You thinking like 13, what,
Oh,
1,300
he going
yards?
about 13, 13 plus, about 12
10
touchdowns, maybe
touchdowns.
13
Mm.
touchdowns.
13, 13
He's
and
all they
12.
got. I ain't gonna say it like that, but he's gonna be all that. He's gonna be their focal point.
They're a
Well, I
pretty
think he's
balanced
gonna. What's
offense.
his best year? IT, you got that with you? Let me see.
Probably like
I'll pull it up.
17 or 1,600.
What's
All
AJ
right,
Brown best year? Yeah,
he
And
might.
I think he had 12 touchdowns or something that year.
yeah. That's why I want to ease up before I go crazy. But no, yeah, I think he's gonna have a very good year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good year also. But I don't even believe that he. I ain't gonna say he can't have a good year, but with the offense and the way everything's set up in New England, he gonna be the focal point. So yeah. While you still looking for that, I'm gonna say the next person, Mr. Consistency, Mike Evans.
Yes.
Yeah. What was it? 7 straight years, or what was it? 7 or 8? It might have been more than that.
10?
No,
Ten?
10.
10 or something like that.
It was 10.
10,
He
yeah,
just he
10 straight
almost
thousand
broke the
yard
record.
years
He missed it last year by
because of
beating Jerry
injury.
Rice because yeah, he got
Because of
hurt.
injury. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. KD, when you say his best season, you want to know the year he had the most yards, or you want to know the year he had the most touchdowns?
Just the yards and touchdowns.
Just what's his
Oh,
best
are they
season
separate years?
combined? No, what combined? Like
Yeah,
what's his
yeah,
best
yeah.
season?
Because well, nah. Matter of fact, it's the same year. I just noticed it because he had 2 seasons. We had 1,400 yards, but this one he had 1,496, basically 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. That was the 2022 season with Philly. That was his first year in
Okay,
Philly.
Yeah,
so
that's when he was
he
killing them on them slants.
Yeah,
yeah,
matter of fact, we went to that game when they played the Redskins. The
the
Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
I think he had like 3 touchdowns that game.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Mm.
remember that.
But I
But
don't know
So
if he's gonna top that.
you got
But
a
he's gonna have a good year.
1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. I don't think he topped that. I
He
can give
might
you
be able to get
13.
the touchdowns, but
I
the
can give you
yards and the
13. I
touchdowns,
can give you
I don't know.
1,312.
so his last 3 seasons, he had 7 touchdowns
That's
each
not
season.
good. I don't want
1,456, 1,079, and 1,003 yards last season. Do he
I don't want
continue this
that though.
trajectory downward, or both of y'all saying
You
about
continue that
1,400?
trajectory downward. Oh, this trade is gonna look terrible, and that contract is gonna look even worse.
No, I don't think he gonna. I
I
I
think
don't
act
he
think
like
you
the
gonna.
do
man.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I'm out right there with you, Mr. KD. 13-10 is what I'm looking at for him anyway.
No, I need more than 10. I'm being
Nah,
greedy.
he giving you 10. He not giving.
All right, so for Mr. Mike Evans, 13,000 yards, 108 touchdowns, and a
Hall of
Super
Fame.
Bowl ring.
Hall of Fame. He's Hall. He's Hall right now. He was Hall a year ago.
But you know what? You gotta say, hey, he gotta send Brady a gift
He
because
do because that.
you
Well, I want to say he. Nah, I think that was somebody else that got Brady tattooed on him right after the Super Bowl.
all
Yeah,
those yards is lovely, but that ring hold a little more. Like that's really what pushes you
That
right
ring,
forward.
that ring is what made you like. You know what? Tampa might not be so bad.
And he won't get in that until he left Tampa. He had some quarterbacks he had to go through, man.
and to Mr. Murray point, if it weren't for last year, him getting hurt, he had 11 straight seasons with 1,000 yards at least. So only last season when he got hurt was the only year he didn't get that. So,
We're
Consistency.
talking about Jameis Winston.
Mr.
Who
30
else
for
we got?
30.
Well, we know Baker and Brady, of course. Who he had before Jameis?
Teddy. Yeah, Teddy.
Teddy Bridgewater a little bit. Who he
Was he
had
there with
before
Mike
Jameis?
Glennon and them boys? I was trying to
Yeah,
remember.
he was there. I want to say Mike Glennon threw his first pass
Yeah, he had some. Yeah,
on his first
he,
touchdown catch.
he he's what D Hop Mike would have been if D Hop got that ring. If D Hop would have got that ring, I think we'll be looking at, because last week we said we didn't think D Hop was a Hall of Fame rate now, but he was playing with trash quarterbacks and he never was able to have any type of playoff success. Mike Evans, on the other hand, for playing with trash quarterback, but then came the savior, Mr. Thomas
The-
Brady.
It's like, yeah, it's
And
like
the rest-
I mean, he had one, but sad to say, your savior he came at the same time as somebody else's, and you ran into the
Josh
Patrick
McCown.
Mahomes. Josh McCown. Oh my
That
lord.
and
man
he like
coaching
half
now,
He
decent
ain't
a
he?
coach.
coach. Yeah,
He
he a
coaching.
coach.
Yeah. Another consistent guy, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
See, he's one of those ones. His numbers are going to sound great, but I don't think he make it. He needed Brady. If he would have got a ring, we'd be looking at his whole career
I
differently.
do I
He
do
needed
think
Brady.
if Philip would have ever if I feel like if he would have ever got a Super Bowl appearance, I feel like he would have been
Well,
able to touch it.
even some real playoff opportunities too. That would have helped him.
Success. Is that
Yeah,
any
success.
playoff
Yeah.
success?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
You
would
could have
say
gave
no.
me 3 wins in the playoffs. Hey, you remember them games though?
Well, yeah, like a
So
monumental game that we remember. Like you went the heck off.
yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I
He
gotta
he
give
just
no right now.
consistent.
Yeah,
Very
So
he
consistent.
consistent. Mister is that Mister
13,
Third
13,
Down?
13 seasons, 12,000 yards, 70 touchdowns.
Very
I'm gonna
consistent.
say he's not a Hall of Famer now, and I don't believe he'll ever get in.
Me neither. But he had a hell of a career though. Still
Yeah, nah, he no slouch. To y'all point, this is when the team aspect really matters. Playing a position like wide receiver.
crazy. Go ahead. Finish first though.
What?
It's not
No,
like
because I
he
got a
played
crazy
on
question.
bad teams. He
Say he
played on
go.
the Chargers.
Say he go to a level. What's the team I say? Who's the top Super Bowl contender right now? Okay, Seattle. He go to Seattle this year, right? We know it's not
Mm-hmm.
happening yet, and they win a ring. Does that totally change his career? Now, of course, at this point, he's only gonna be like your fourth or fifth receiver.
Okay, so
But
all
does
right
that totally change his career?
now I'm gonna bring to you the argument for these same two players that I'm pretty sure we could probably do this on another pod, but it's something that happens all the time. Le'Veon and LaShawn McCoy they both got a ring from playing with the Chiefs and the Bucks and never played a snap in either one of them. How do you look at their careers though?
Better not tell Shady that.
Yeah,
Hey, he a winner.
it's, and to his ass, that makes him a Hall of Famer. And his
Nah,
ass, and I
That's all he
think
needed for the push. He said my stats was already enough. Those
he's
rings gave me that push.
I believe he was right there at that borderline of
and
what
he
is.
still don't got a jacket. He not gonna get it.
Well, he
I
ain't no
think
first ballot. He ain't first ballot. But
no,
I
not
think
for
he'll
no,
just pick up good
no,
year.
no. I think he
He
gonna
not
get it,
getting it.
and his
I
media
don't think he
presence is
gonna get
gonna
it.
help. By him being in the media right now is gonna help, because, like I said yesterday, I mean not
This
yesterday, like
ain't
I
the
said last
WWE.
podcast.
Your mic skills don't matter to your Hall of Fame candidacy.
Now I'm with you on that. They don't care about that
Like
that
No,
media
no,
what are we
presence.
no. This
talking
is
about?
Only thing the media gives you
visibility
opportunity
matter.
is to
This is
keep
the Pro Football
speaking on
Hall
your
of Fame.
candidacy. But that don't mean nothing.
We are not
No,
talking about how you talk on the mic about other people playing
I
sports
bring it
that you
up all
can't
the
play no
time,
more.
Amari. T.O. was not first ballot. I
and
ain't trying to hear no media push you
I'm
over.
going right there with you too, Mr. KD, and that's what I was getting at, visibility. And I'm saying that to say this: T.O. was, I think, third ballot. But Randy Moss, by him being in the media, he was the first ballot Hall of
I
Fame.
tell was
I
There's
feel like
nothing
he
you
was
can
gonna be
tell me
first ballot
that gets,
regardless, but
there's nothing you can tell me that gets Randy Moss into the Hall of Fame first ballot. If T.O. They both was malcontents. They both got kicked off teams. They both
but we
was
know
quote unquote selfish players.
we know why. We know why.
No, but no. My point is that media presence that helps a lot. Just being in people's faces, like now you become
I
a
don't
name
think so.
that's
But I know
recognizable.
y'all avoided. I don't think so. I don't agree with that, but I know y'all avoided the question. Does a Super
No,
Bowl win at this point in his career push Keenan Allen over?
I'm gonna say no.
nah, you just said Shady. You just said Shady was making it because he got
But nah,
his,
he
but
gonna say
Keenan
Keenan
Allen not making it.
because he gonna say
I'm,
Keenan ain't
I'm
got no
saying
show.
that Shady with
Keenan ain't
two.
got no show. He ain't got no
Keenan ain't got no
podcast, so
show.
he not
Yeah,
getting
but that's
in.
what I'm
He ain't got
saying.
no
Yeah,
show.
yeah, I'm telling you, media visibility work. But I'm
You
You
know
know
telling
why
what?
he ain't got no show? Because he's still
Because he's
playing.
still playing.
to tell that to what's the boy name that was with the Cowboys that had his podcast? Draymond got a podcast. There's a lot of people that got
You see,
people
you
got
talking about
Yeah,
podcasts.
different
yeah.
sports.
It's different.
Huh?
No, because Michael Parsons and
Michael
it's different
Parsons
times.
got his. He got
Michael
his.
Parsons
You
do
got
live
Patrick.
live
You got
report.
Patrick. You talking about Patrick Surtain and Terry Arnold? They got theirs.
Uh, I'm around.
But they ain't got a
Around.
podcast.
Yeah, PS2 and it's called Closed on Sundays.
Yep.
I gotta look into that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested to hear him. I'm interested to hear
St.
him.
Brown, they got a podcast. There's a lot of people with different pods, but I
Theirs
think
is funded in the off season though, so that's different. Theirs is actually in the off season.
Who,
They don't
Sertay?
really shoot. No, St. Brown brothers. They don't really shoot most. They don't shoot most of the time during the
Sertain's
season.
is during the season?
Hmm?
Sertain's is during the season? Oh, I gotta watch this. I gotta tune in.
so. This is the difference right here when I was speaking about Shady and versus Keenan Allen. He had no season. We had more than 10 touchdowns. Well, no season more than 8. That's his highest, 8
Because
touchdowns.
that wasn't really what he does.
Now,
If you know football, you know what he does.
I say
yeah,
Keenan Allen is Mister Third Down.
And look at
exactly.
his
I understand.
receptions. Look at his
I,
receptions.
I understand that, and he got
You heard the number you just said?
yeah.
I'll probably
And
have more than that. He
this
gotta have more
point,
than that.
out of 1,000 catches, he got 600, almost 700 first downs, which means to your point, 70% of the
Exactly.
time he's catching the ball. But
I got that.
I understand that, and even the football purists that vote understand. But I think that his lack of touchdowns, and even if I give him a ring with the Seattle Seahawks next season, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns, I still
He
don't
ain't
think that
getting
put him
800.
in.
He ain't getting
No,
800. I'm
I
gonna
don't.
get that right now. He ain't
You
getting
said he
800.
ain't getting 800.
Oh, he about to get.
But
He
the
gonna be like the fourth or fifth option at any team he
His
go to right
last
now.
KD,
You think
he had
Rashid Shaheed get
744.
more receiver play than him if he go to Seattle?
Receiving play, no. Production, yes.
He had 777 yards last season. That's why I just rounded it up to 800.
He
But
was with
somewhere,
Chicago. That was Chicago, right?
No, that
nah,
was in
he
L.A.
was
He was back. He was back in L.A.
Oh yeah, he
yeah,
went
he
back to the
was
Chargers.
Chicago
Right.
1 year. But this is the thing
Who he
that
at
makes
right now?
you said
Free
what, sir?
agent.
Free agent?
Okay,
He a
but
free
this
agent
is the
still?
only thing that could, if he did go to
Yeah.
Seattle somewhere, if he had a great Super Bowl, like he had a monumental moment, like if he go to the Super Bowl and highlight,
So if he did a Odell, he went to a
yeah,
contender, and then he
hmm
had a big game in the Super Bowl.
hmm yeah, yeah,
I think his ring would be worthwhile, but I
yeah,
still don't think it
yeah,
would give him the
And
type
that
of push
goes
that he.
back to what I started with. We just needed one of those monumental playoff success moments that we can hold on to, even if your team lost the game. We just remember you had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns,
The
catch
only
after
the only
catch.
thing I can think of every time I think of a Chargers playoff game is them choking to
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
yeah. And that was a good year for them too. So that might
Yeah.
have changed his career too. That's why you got to take advantage of the moment, man. Your
yeah.
career is on the line. Your resume and everything is on the line.
The next person is your quarterback, Mr. KD, Joe Flacco.
I
Hall or no?
not what I thought he was going Joe Burrow. I was like, I mean, it's a bit early for that, but I mean, Joe Flacco.
No, probably not.
I say honestly, he probably not gonna get it, but he got a historic playoff run too
He
to
gonna
get
get
his
that.
ring.
He gonna get it. Ooh, about
Ooh,
to let it go
yeah.
early. I was about to let it go early. He gonna get it off longevity if he keep going.
Look,
Mhm.
That man
Joe
just
Flacco been
keep
in the league
playing.
how long? Is he close? Is he close to 20? Is he
He
approaching
close,
20?
he climbing.
Yeah.
I think he
So
has 16. He climbing. Let me see.
he had 18 seasons,
Woo!
48,000 yards, 200,
Hey,
272 touchdowns, and one Super Bowl ring. And it's not a
hey,
Super
the
Bowl
Bengals
ring
gotta
like
let
that
him throw
was
for
the time,
two
but
bands.
he led. I ain't gonna say he led that team, but he was a pivotal driving force of
And
that team. He wasn't a bus rider.
one of the best, most unprecedented,
He's
because we didn't
arguably one
predict
of
it,
the best
playoff
backups
runs
right now.
ever. That
Well,
playoff
yeah,
run that Flacco went on that year,
I want to
man,
say he I
he
want to say
couldn't
he
do
only
nothing
threw one.
wrong.
He
One or
only
two
had one
interceptions,
turnover.
two at the most. I believe it was two, but you might be right with one. I only remember one
12
interception.
touchdowns, one interception, or something like that. I
And
He was
he
say, and
became
then
phenomenal.
Super Bowl MVP.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah, because I said he wasn't leading that team, but he still ended up being a Super Bowl MVP. So he wasn't nowhere near a slouch. And then like I'm looking at his numbers, 48,000, almost 50,000
like I
yards.
said, y'all
And
need
right
a.
now, if he stays in Cincinnati for 2 more years, he's the best backup in the league right now. So hey, we're gonna etch
But
another name,
he still
another
got the
tight end.
skills and he got all the knowledge now. He know the answer to the test.
And he still can put that thing in the air
That's
too.
why I say he still got the skills. And by being a
Y'all
backup,
need
he
to
ain't got to
go
take
ahead and
all
let
the
that
hits.
man throw for two bands so he can hit 50,000.
I hope he don't throw for two bands. That's not the goal. the goal is he don't see the field unless we're taking a knee. But hey,
So on Football Reference, this is some of the names they got him around. They got him under Jim Kelly, who's a Hall of Famer, and under Steve McNair. But they got him in front of Phil Simms, Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham, Drew Bledsoe, and Carson Palmer. So
all
it's
guys
like
that didn't get it done. Those are all guys that didn't get it done. So that means
he
that Super
was
Bowl whole
he
weight.
actually got it done. He's like right there on that outside looking in type of
Who?
line. Flacco,
I'm
meaning
talking
I'm
names.
looking at where they got him listed at. Like the names they got in front of him, mostly all of them are Hall of Famers or will be Hall of Famers, like a Eli Manning and stuff like that. So somebody that's in front of him is Rich Gannon, Joe Theismann, Boomer
Talk about
Esiason.
him later.
All right. So I'm gonna get the next two. Lamar Jackson, Hall or no?
Passing yards, rushing yards, total touchdowns, two
MVP.
MVPs, no playoff success.
Those two MVPs gonna be
Does
heavy.
that hinder what you've done in the regular season because you can't do anything in the postseason?
Postseason success weighs a
I'm a
little
two-time
heavier.
MVP though. I'm a
Postseason
two-time
success weighs a
MVP.
little heavier in basketball. In football, they be letting everybody slide if they ain't had no, because there's so many different positions, of course. But yeah, two MVPs, yeah, he'll make it.
I say I think he'll make it, but it's like, does that hinder his conversation if he was?
And you got to remember, it's Hall and all for right now. 4-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All
Oh,
Pro.
right, four-time
Two
Pro Bowler,
MVPs.
three-time All Pro. You forgetting the two MVPs?
No,
Two
I
MVPs
just
put him in there right
said
now.
MVP. So I'm just saying his other his other credentials.
Two
He,
MVPs put you in there right there.
I got two MVPs while I was under 30. I think I'm getting in.
I think he's getting in eventually, but if his
Not
career,
eventually. I would be getting in.
Two
if it's
MVPs put him in right now. Name two MVPs. A person that got two MVPs is not a Hall of Famer.
no, I
Aaron
believe
Rodgers
all
because he's
y'all
not in
know.
there yet.
You said who?
I said Aaron Rodgers because he's not in there yet. He's still playing.
Oh yeah, and Brady. But they both gonna get in. But
They're
Exactly.
yeah,
not.
He's not making no
I said
point.
they qualified. They just not in
no,
there yet.
no. But I'm looking at it. 22,000 yards passing, 6,500 yards rushing, 187 yards. I mean, not 80 yards. 187 touchdowns throwing, and 35 touchdowns rushing. I'm looking at it, and to your point, two MVPs. If he was to end his career right now, I do not think he's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he
I
getting
know he's going to get in. Like that's that. Like
You
when
said you don't think he is?
in.
rate
Even if he
this
stopped right now, he getting in.
rate this second, and the next person y'all really about to call me out and see my hypocrisy. Josh Allen. Now both of these players are 8 years
Now,
old.
I'm gonna tell you, if you say that he getting
No
in
way.
and Lamar not, you crazy. You really crazy.
No, he just like you said, hypocritical. Because it's no
Nah,
way.
he's showing he doing the same thing that the Hall of Fame doing, and we ain't even gonna get into that. The one thing that
Uh,
he
The
hate for
good thing
real, he doing it too.
ain't no way
Rick,
Josh Allen making the Hall of Fame right now. Ain't no way.
you say there's no way.
Nothing that Josh Allen did that Lamar
No way.
didn't do. There's no way that you can say that Josh Allen is and Lamar's not. I'm a two-time MVP, and you only did it once, and you only
Hmm.
did it. You only got it
And
because
they
they
don't
didn't want to
even
give it
believe
back to
that.
me.
They
They
think
didn't
I
want to
should have
give it to
won
me
yours.
again.
He only got it because he earned it.
No, he only
I
got it
should
because
have
they didn't
won
want to give it to
yours.
Lamar for a third time.
Nah. And the
See,
people that say the
I'm
one that
giving
he
too
won,
much
I want
credit
to say
to
the
a Raven
second
right
one.
now. I'm
I
giving
want to say
way
that
too much
second one.
credit to a Raven right now.
People were saying that Josh Allen could have got that MVP, but
Cap,
with
ain't
but
nobody say that. Ain't nobody say that.
but with that being said, 30,000 yards passing, 220 yards, 220 touchdowns, 47,000 yards rushing, and 79 touchdowns
Whoa,
rushing.
I know you said that wrong.
47,000 yards.
Yeah, I
Hold
know you
on.
said that wrong.
What I say?
47,000 yards
47,000
rushing.
rushing yards.
4,700. 4,700. My bad. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
4,700.
I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
he
Lamar get like
definitely a
that.
Hall of Famer. He got
Yeah,
47,000 rushing yards.
he better than any running back we've ever seen.
Any best we've ever seen.
I just think
Well,
he's more of a
if he
touchdown
got
machine.
47, how many interceptions?
Oh, he got
He
way
not
more
he
than
not heavy
touchdowns.
turnovers. He started his career with heavy turnovers. Lately, he been dwindling them
You can
down.
take them first like 18 off, and he's still ahead by
Yeah,
a mile.
he don't turn the thing over too much. Well, interception wise, he got a few fumbles, but
So, Lamar Jackson, and the only reason I'm saying this name first because I'm on his page, I believe he got 56 interceptions. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen gonna have. If he got 56, I'm gonna give Josh Allen like 80. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
we know it's more. Yeah,
56 to 80.
and see, your argument would be, well, we got to count fumbles. Nope, your guy got both fumbles too.
You say,
No,
hey,
nah, yeah. And 4-time Pro Bowler. So we got that, and his interceptions. Whew,
you got
my God.
123 total turnovers.
94 interceptions. That don't make no god doggone sense. He just got vetoed out the Hall of Fame now.
Is this your
That's
king?
almost,
You said he Hall
huh?
of Fame. Is this your king?
This is his
KD, that's
king.
almost a two
But
to one
Lamar
ratio.
is not a Lamar.
220 touchdowns,
So
ninety-four
wait.
interceptions.
I got a question.
We're not
You
even
said,
counting fumbles.
Katie,
We ain't saying
Yeah,
about fumbles.
Let me debunk this Josh Allen being a Hall of Famer. Josh Allen has 123 total turnovers, while Lamar Jackson has 85.
oh,
Mm.
Amari, I don't think you just heard what I just said. He just fumbled his way out the Hall of Fame. I conceded once I seen
No,
94
he fumbled his
interceptions.
way out of your Hall of Fame candidacy, which
I
was
was never
shrewd
in it.
to start. It was shrewd to start.
I had a man. Yeah, hey, he was 1 foot in. Now he's both foot out. I can't pitch in there with it. That's a 2 to 1. 220 touchdowns, 94 interceptions.
Now you
See,
know what's
Roger ain't got
more.
no playoff
You
You know
success.
practically
what's
just
more.
said I'm giving the ball up at almost at the same rate.
You know the sad thing. Really, if we go to their playoff turnovers, that's when their careers are really, really close, and then we start diving deeper into it. They have a lot of playoff turnovers, well, more than you would like, that really compromises their candidacy.
All
Lamar for
right.
sure.
All right. We're gonna just y'all got a list, and then we're gonna get to the next one, which is three teams that's Super Bowl or playoff windows open and three teams that Super Bowl window closing. Give me your three, Mr. Amari, and then Mr. KD. Well, yeah, your three that's open, and then Mr. KD, and then the three that's closing.
I'm I'm sorry. I'm just to touch back on what you were saying, Katie. That conversation about the turnovers in the playoffs, you're right. It's very close because Lamar only leads them by one.
Right. Yeah, I knew that one is close. That's the close
Yeah.
one.
But to the new segment that we got for Super Bowl windows opening and closing. I got the Super Bowl windows opening. I have the Bears, Saints, and the Giants.
Well, I kind of stuck with opening wise. I kind of stuck with literally whose Super Bowl window was already open if we count last season. I just don't see them going backwards. So Patriots, Seahawks, and I got a tie for the third one. Let me see. Do I want to pick a team? Yeah, I go with the Chargers, but I had a tie between the Jags and the Chargers. But I'm gonna go Chargers.
The Chargers. You believe Justin Herbert is gonna get past the what ifs?
Nope.
And I
But they
mean, Mr.
window
K,
is
I'm
open.
right there with you for the playoffs because I got the Chargers, and then I'm with Mr. Amari with the Giants. But I got the Bucks returning to playoff form, not Super Bowl, just playoffs.
Mhm.
A window doesn't mean next year. A window mean for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I can see it potentially closing. Yeah,
No, he said
or
opening.
oh yeah,
He
super.
said the
Yeah,
Bucks. He said the Bucks having a playoff window opening for
Opening.
consistency.
Yeah, yeah. As long as they stay in the NFC South, they good.
Oh no,
They more of a part of their division.
I like the Falcons where
uh,
the Falcons headed.
yeah. I was, yeah, I do like what the Falcons headed. The
As much
Falcons
I say
do
about
see.
two, I like where they headed.
But closing, I got the Lions, the Ravens, and I ain't really have a third team.
Just
I
throw the
feel
Bills
like
in there. Just throw the
yeah,
Bills in there.
you know what's crazy? I didn't want to do that, but I did have them on my list.
Hey, somebody take a shot at me, I take a shot back at them.
Bills, Eagles, Lions. Closing.
And
Bills, Eagles, Lions. I can definitely see the Eagles their window closing. I mean,
everybody
but
should have this team on their list. The Steelers, they playoffs is closed, locked window, shut. They not getting back to the playoffs until they get another quarterback. You can everybody said that
You
was
saying that?
see, I
Wow,
say
you
see
saying
now.
that?
yeah. Now
Now it's like if I get back, we can
now
play
throughout
this back, and I
throughout the
gotta.
season, I know I'm gonna be rooting for Aaron Rodgers, but for as of right now, I got the Steelers. I don't think the Panthers getting back to the playoffs anytime soon. I think theirs open. I mean theirs closed, and the Broncos. I believe the Broncos was fool's gold all last year. I don't believe in them, so they're gonna have to prove me wrong again.
I said it
What about
all
the year
last year that
before?
I said it all last year that KD was wrong, but he still got his prediction right.
What about the year before? You said last year was a fluke. What about the year before?
The year before, they was in the playoffs. The
When
year
we
before,
start seeing, when we start seeing what last year was going to be.
I think they squeaked by a lot of teams. They end up winning. They went on a win streak. I got to give them kudos, but I believe they won the closing. I believe that fool's goal gonna catch up with them, and then it's over with. I don't believe they're that
Who is
good,
full
and
goal? I'm trying to see
it's
what
really the
is it
quarterback.
Sean Payton? You don't believe in Sean Payton, or you saying the whole situation?
I don't believe in a quarterback.
I was say
Oh,
I
there we
think
go.
it's
There you
I
go. You
was
said,
just gonna say I think it's
yeah,
more
put
of
a
Bo
name on it.
Nix.
Stop playing around. Put a name on it.
Yeah, because the defense like that. Like
I mean,
that's
they just lost a lot of key players too.
oh well. Who in particular you speaking of?
John Franklin Myers, Dre Greenlaw, um, who they just lose in the back end. I would say I thought they just lost somebody in the back end.
But yeah, I just don't.
So
I
yeah,
think their defense can survive. I don't believe the defense is gonna be falling off too bad, but I just don't trust Bo Nix. But speaking of another quarterback, we had a short where Mr. KD asked the question: could Mike Vick survive off his arm alone? And I put a poll up with it. So as it stands right now, 67% say yes, he could survive off his arm alone, and 33 said no. What's your thoughts, Mr. Amari?
Vic had a crazy arm, but I don't think his arm alone he would have been able to just succeed as a passer in especially in today's NFL where literally everything it's more of a passing league than it is a run heavy league. I mean his athleticism is the main thing that kind of made him spectacular and kind of gave him the off-putting and confusion to be able to amplify and misguide defenses. But I don't think in today's NFL his arm would really get him by. He doesn't really. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have arm talent, but he doesn't have all the key pieces that conjure up to make arm talent.
Vic can survive off his arm talent, but what I really maybe I didn't word it that way when I said it. Vic would not be Vic off of just his arm talent. We would look at him total differently. I mean, totally differently without the athleticism and the running capability. But like, he had an arm. I'm with them. I said that. I'm pretty sure I said that part. Vic has an
So
arm.
yeah,
You can't question that. He
he
has
had
a
a
cannon.
crazy arm.
The only question that we run into is the consistency of the accuracy of things. Like getting the ball there in the
Off
window and everything like that.
like we said about the definition of arm talent is off balance throws, being consistent, on time, and accurate.
Yeah.
Sadly, he was not all of those things when he was playing and at the time.
I
I,
think Vic is still Vic but I think it's heavily because of, I ain't gonna say heavily, but it's a good portion because of his athletic capabilities. That's what really made Vic who Vic turned out
yeah,
to be.
that's what put fear in your heart was him being able to jump through that window and go for 80. Like even when he I want to say he beat Minnesota in the playoffs, it was a run. Like
When Juke threw him OT,
yeah, it won't no 80-yard bomb he threw. He broke containment and took it up the sideline, touchdown. Like so, I think
And we actually saw it.
you said
Once he
what?
got to Philly, he was more reliant on his arm. And
Yeah,
we saw how that never mind. Yeah. I don't
but he
root
still
against the town.
he still need his athleticism. Like that was his superpower. So to the point, I think that I don't think he would have survived because he's small anyway. He's about 5'10" ish. He's not a big guy. Like he needed his athleticism, similar to the person we about to speak about now with Kyler Murray. So we got a comment that says basically JJ McCarthy should start over Kyler Murray. And the question is, what's your thoughts about that? And the comment was very detailed, but basically one of his
Was
main
it?
things.
Was it? You know, I don't usually read them, but this one was so long. I said, hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I
And
about
I
to email him.
appreciate you going that far in depth. It was sent to me, of course. I didn't go seek it. But I appreciate you going that far in depth. I disagree with you heavily. But the fact that you were that adamant about the argument, I appreciate and I applaud it. I got a simple response to it, so I'm gonna let Amari go first. But um, unless he want me to go first, but my response is they put a lot of work into this comment, Amari. My response is pretty
I ain't
simple.
reading all that.
I didn't read everything, but I was like, woo. You led with the jab and you came with the hook. You really thought this through. But my thing is, if this is all accurate, then why Kevin O'Connell didn't see it? Because as long as JJ been there, we tried to give you the keys, didn't work out. We got somebody else. He ended up being a Super Bowl champion the following year. So we got to understand what actually happened along this process. That you could be looking from the outside in, and uh, it's not working.
I can't really even say much about what perspired in Minnesota, but like you said, like this comment was very detailed and it's like, oh, if you counting JJ out right now, then you pretty much giving up on. And he compared JJ's stats to Hall of Famers and MVPs, and it's like if you giving up on him now, you would have gave up on them. Sad to say, the NFL moves a lot faster now. I said the Bills were bound to give up on
There
Josh
were
Allen before he
questions.
broke out.
JJ
They
had
were questioning
questions.
him. They were
JJ
questioning
had
Peyton
questions
Manning.
coming out.
Like
Nobody
they
believed he
question
should have got
like
drafted there.
yeah, JJ wasn't a polished quarterback coming from Michigan because they said it for the
You want to
last
talk
three
about run
months of
heavy?
they were talking they
That's
literally
what
said
I'm thinking
his
about
last
this.
3 months of football, he probably threw a combined 10 passes. I believe in the national championship, he probably only threw the ball five or six times.
You want to
He
talk about
his
run heavy?
he probably didn't have to throw the ball for the 3 to 4 years he was at Michigan, and maybe that really hindered him. So going to Minnesota, going to a coach like Kevin O'Connell, and having to learn that scheme, and Kevin O'Connell is very thorough with his quarterbacks and how he's teaching them. So it was too much. It's a bit of a brain
He's one of,
overload for him. And
we all agree
even
that
now,
O'Connell is one of those gurus that we throw that word out there. He's one of those
yeah.
gurus, right?
And
Okay.
even now with Kyler Murray is struggling to learn Kevin O'Connell's offense. So it's even more of a battle because now I have this QB that I invested in and drafted in the first round who can't understand what I'm doing. And then I have this other QB that I just brought in here because he's also a first rounder and he's athletic and he can be able to do it, but he also can't grasp it.
Comment said two things that I do agree with. I'm gonna put that out there. And one I thought
Tyler's
was
a
a little
borderline
funny.
bust.
No, not there. We ain't going there
Oh,
yet.
that was funny.
I think one was a little jab. They was like, when they was pointing out the attributes, they said JJ is a way better studier. I like that's a little jab right there.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was a little jab. It was funny. I agree with you though, because that's
Yeah.
not college. That hasn't come to be college reputation or repertoire. And then you brought up JJ's physical stature.
Yeah, he's taller, he's bigger.
He is built as a better quarterback. I agree with you. We're talking about his physical, but outside of that, I was against almost everything he said.
And Mr. Amari, when you was just speaking and you was saying how hard it is for him to grasp the playbook, I was like, because he was playing Call of Duty all night. That's why. That's
No,
the first thing that popped in my
actually,
head. But
he
the second thing I got to say
was.
to Mr. Amari, when you was talking about JJ, so in the national championship game, he went 10 for 18, 55%. May I add, 140 yards.
Look at the yards.
That's what I said. Hold on, 140 yards, 4 rushes, 31 yards. So he had no touchdowns, 10 completed passes, 55%, 140 yards. That doesn't scream first rounder to me. So I agree with you too, Mr. Murray.
He was a winner in college, so they banked on you have the winning culture, you're a winning quarterback, and you can change this for us. But it was Sam Darnold who did it.
And Kevin ain't gave up on you because you're still there. So he must still see something in you. But the fact that I got to keep going to the market,
he got 2 more years on that contract.
The fact that I got to keep going to the market to find a more serviceable guy goes to show I'm not comfortable with what's in house. Well, we know the first year injury. We got that. We're gonna let you run with that one. But then we gave you a chance.
And what happened? Throwing the ball to the other team. Yes.
What happened there? So.
All right. So, and more NBA news with Mr. KD. This is our last shot, our final take of on the finals, and we're gonna be addressing another comment that was also made, and this was kind of directly towards you. One of the comments was saying Wemby wasn't dominant, and also him not shaking hands was not a good look. It just showed poor sportsmanship, and there was a lot of other things said in between that. But it's on you, Mr. KD.
First off, I'll agree with you. I put the agreements out there. I never said it was good sportsmanship. I actually applauded against good sportsmanship because I said I like the fact that he didn't shake hands because of the edge that it shows and the level of care. And I'm not saying it's sportsmanlike. And if you want to get to a whole other topic, we can talk about it a whole other day. I think we've gotten too sportsmanlike. It's too much of. Never mind. That's a whole other topic.
It's too friendly. It's too friendly
out there. Friendly out here. Like if it's war, it's war. Like what are we trying to? Like I said, that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. But I have nothing against him not shaking hands. So yeah, like I said, that's not sportsmanship. I agree with you. I don't think it. Yeah, I got to stop it there because I'm gonna keep dragging on. I never argued with you. That's not good sportsmanship or a show of good sportsmanship. But you said he didn't dominate. And I really want to, I'm not speaking for you, but I'm speaking for you. I think when you say he didn't dominate, you're really just looking at it as he could have done so much more to take over the game. And if that's what your argument is, then I side with you a little bit. But if the man averaged 26-10 on the offensive side and then gave you 3 blocks and almost 1.5 steals on the defensive side, if you're counting dominant, which what I meant when I said it, I'm talking about all facets of the game. Don't just look offensive and see what how he played within the system, because that's what you can fall in view of with Wemby at this phase right now. He can still be out there on offense and still just a part of the system, which I've spoken about countless times. That will change.
And part of what he was saying was he choked away free throws. He threw the ball off. He threw the ball off Castle back. Also, he believed the refs was in the pocket for San Antonio, so he believed that New York had a second opponent they had to go through, which was the referee. And with all that being said, Wemby still wasn't able to capture the ring, and in the big moments, he was falling short. He wasn't playing up to a 7'5" height.
No, Wemby was a force the whole series. The turnovers at the end and the missed free throws. I'm with you. That doesn't fall into him being dominant. That's what I'm not aligning with. That was the inexperience showing where he did cough up that game with the turnovers, but he didn't just choke. He thought It was a miscommunication. He thought his guard was going to be ready to catch the ball and take it up court and take advantage of that opportunity in transition. They weren't on the same page. It ended up costing them the game. The free throws, of course, those directly impart to the game. I think that lies into the inexperience of things. But if you're judging Wemby for where he is right now and what he was able to do on both sides of the floor, he was dominant. Now, like I said, 26, 10, 3 blocks.
And they also use that word you just used, choke. They said, we'll see if he bounced back, but he's not like the greats like MJ, Bird, Magic, and Kobe. They didn't choke away, and they didn't choke away at the highest level when it mattered. So they said you can't anoint him to be great. He got to earn it. So we basically saying we already putting him in the echelon that he doesn't even deserve to be at as of right now.
Called projecting. It's a word called projecting. When you project, you're usually ahead of the margin. So you can be wrong when you project. That's what projection is. You can be wrong, but I'm with you if that's what they said. You got to earn greatness for sure. Whenever I speak about Wemby, I say where he's headed or what he will be. So yeah, it's projecting, but the dominance definitely showed in the finals.
I just got to say this because normally I don't say too much in the comments. I just be like, thank you for the comment. But I had to let them know. They called Magic Johnson Tragic Johnson for dribbling out the time clock in the finals. Also, Kobe, when he was in the playoffs, his rookie or his second year, 2 air balls.
But they said when it counts, so I thought they was just talking about finals. But if you're talking about playoff success early, and you can say the same about Jordan as well. Early in the playoff runs.
And Jordan, almost the same thing. And this is why Wemby didn't bother me.
This is Wemby's first playoff run, people.
Yeah, when Jordan was playing the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he was losing and getting the snot beat up out of him. So, and when he first went to the playoffs, when he played Larry Bird and the Garden, dropped 63, he got swept. Like, this is Wemby's first time, and he's in the finals. So I don't think
playoff run.
Yeah, I don't think we crowning them too early. So, like, outside of Magic Johnson, who else on their first time in the playoffs that we know about that we can think off the top of our head that's a superstar that took their team to the finals in their first try ever? That right there shows me the sky's the limit.
Western Conference Finals, he averaged 27-11 with 3 blocks and 1.4 steals. So basically the same stats, just 1 more point and 1 more rebound. He won Finals MVP for that. Did he not dominate in that one? You can dominate and lose, man. I've seen it. We saw LeBron do it. Lead the daggone finals in every statistical category and lost the finals.
And that was the reason I had to make a comment back, because I disagree with the comment. I believe he was dominant to a certain point. I agree that he did make some costly mistakes. So when you said last week he was dominant, I'm like, I don't know. But after further review and really looking at the stats and really going back on NBA TV, and they did the finals playback where they basically just show every single play and cut out all the fluff. He was doing this thing. What I seen for real was more inexperience than anything. And this one thing he do got to work on. He gonna have to work on his conditioning. That plan of 24 minutes in a season, 24 minutes per game in the season.
That's not conditioning. That's Mitch. That's Mitch Johnson's play. Like I said, it's gonna get heavier. Trust me. He gonna start dominating the ball more. He gonna start shooting more. The system is gonna go through him more. Trust me, it's going there. But they just not cheating the process.
But I don't think Mitch. I know they didn't expect to get this far. But my point was, by him playing 20 some odd minutes in the regular season, by the time they got to the playoffs, where we needed 35 minutes, 40 minutes, he wasn't prepared to do it. So now,
I say about Cade Cunningham, his 30 minutes ain't just 30 minutes. I need you to be the best offensive player and the best defensive player while you're on the court the whole time. Though it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, I just seen the effects of it. But this goes to the bigger point I was getting at. Every player got something to work on the all season. If this the worst thing I can say about you, you need to condition and get a little more weight on you. If those my really 2 biggest critiques of you, this guy, that's really not a critique. And to your
In your
point,
what? In your fourth year?
you was on the load management by the team. You ain't do it for yourself.
This is fourth year, right?
I believe so. Yeah, because they got three number one. They got three top draft picks in a row. Him, Castle, and I want to say Hopper. And so yeah, some
Third
to
year.
that.
Going in this fourth year.
Yeah. And he missed. And one of the years he had to sit down with a blood clot, and that's part of the reason why he was on a minute restriction because of the health risk. So on the other side, we got some more comments, and I made a comment on the post game after the New York Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs that now Jalen Brunson is in the upper echelon of small guards, which is only Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry, and himself to win the championship and the Finals MVP and be the top dog on their team. What's your thoughts about that? Agree, disagree, anybody else? And I'm gonna tell you who they brought up when you finish speaking.
He's not in the echelon of those names. Nah, I think if I didn't disagree with you, then I should have. But
Nah, you
really,
didn't make it to the post game.
oh right, okay, yeah, because I wouldn't have let that slide. But what it was is the monumental status or of what Jalen Brunson did in the topic of discussion with these guys, but it's not going to age well. The further we get away from what just happened, it's going to look more and more out of place when you mention them with these other names. But what names you said was brought up?
And my overall point was not that he's as good as Isaiah Thomas or Steph Curry per se. My point was the accomplishment, and that puts him in a league of only them other 2 point guards, where there's no other team that was led by, even to the point coming into the finals. I want to say Becky Hammond. Hammond, I think that's her name. She was like, "You can't win with a small guard," and she had history to back her up, because really only Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas was the only two people that was small guards, small point guards to lead their team and to get a Finals MVP. I was doing it more as an acknowledgement of where he's at, what stratosphere, and the room that he's now sitting in, where there's only two other people at the table. Whether we believe that he's as good as those two other people was not my overall point. They brought up Kyrie, and my point to them was Kyrie was the second fiddle. He wasn't the lead dog. So, yeah, LeBron don't get the ring without Kyrie, but Kyrie for sure don't get the ring without LeBron. I thought you had something to say or speak about.
Kyrie played bigger too, but yeah.
Yeah, where did we hit the game breaking shot? The step back over
I'm
the
just talking
step
about
back.
his style of play. Like Kyrie will post you up. Kyrie just his
Yeah,
game.
but Kyrie big is Kyrie like 6'3". Like he's like,
Well,
I just recently,
Steph
yesterday or the day,
6'2".
huh?
Steph 6'2".
Well, oh, you saying compared to Steph? I was really talking about Jalen.
I'm saying compared
But
to all of them. I'm
yeah,
just saying he plays a bigger. His style is a bigger play.
yeah. Nah, he will get in the he will pitch in the post. But I
He'll
just
post up
seen
a
a
small
video
forward.
2 days ago where Jalen Brunson and Kyrie were playing against each other on the 5-on-5 pickup. It's noticeable the difference between the heights of them two. Like he's a bigger person than him. Now Jalen is got more girth to him, but he don't have the height.
Yeah, he's
But
stockier.
yeah. But so now,
That's the only name.
yeah, that was the only name that he mentioned was and that was my overall point. There isn't any other names you really can give to, because small guards typically don't win the championship if they're the lead guard. It just is an anomaly in basketball. That what makes what he did so special. Bronson, that is.
Yeah,
All
what he
right.
did was special. I still don't put him with them, but yeah. But
So as we speaking right now, round one of the NBA draft should be wrapping up. What's your thoughts about? You ain't got to go through all of them, but some of the main guys, AJ, the number one draft pick. How we thinking that Washington may look now? What's your thoughts?
yeah, I like what Washington has in the cupboard right now. The next biggest point would be with them drafting AJ first, with signing Trey Young for the foreseeable future. The next thing on their uh, docket is what are they doing with Anthony Davis? Are they signing him to that deal that he wants, or are they moving him? Because if you could walk into the season with Anthony Davis, Trey Young, and AJ, along with George, Alex Sarr, and some of them other young pieces they got, you might be able to make some noise at the bottom end of the Eastern playoff picture. But So Anthony Davis is the next domino to see what they're gonna do with that. But I like AJ. He's a phenomenal talent scorer. He can do everything. He is the star or the projected star that Washington needs to build around. And Trey Young will be a good complement to that. But that was good. I like the second round pick. What's his name? Darren Peterson going to Utah. I like that one too. But
What's your thoughts about him and surrounding his willingness to play or not to play? Like, what's your thoughts? Is it an effort thing? Did he just not want to be in college? What's your thoughts about it?
mentally
That he basically, I want to say he only played like 12 games this season, during the college season. Most of the games he didn't even end up finishing.
yeah, the availability. You talking about Darren, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the availability thing was a question, but all that stuff gets pushed aside when we talk about you're a professional now. And when he was playing, we saw what we needed to see. Like Darren Peterson's a dog. He's gonna compete to the highest level. The Jazz got a lot of young talent over there. They don't. It's like a smorgasbord though, because I don't see no direction with all this young talent. But they got some young talent over there that they can ship to make a move or possibly develop into a real contender eventually. But I love the talent that he brings though.
Oh, okay.
You want to talk
It
about the
wasn't.
score?
It, wa-
He
it
can
wasn't
score.
12 games. It was 24 games. So it
You
was.
just talking about those second half, like certain games he didn't play in the second half like that. So,
Yeah, yeah. It was.
but
It
that's
was all of that cramping and all of this. And but the thing about it is, he still averaged 20 points. And truth be told, I hope what you're saying is true, where now you're in the league, you're a professional, and everything else is really going to go by the wayside. But the person I kind of thought about when I thought about him in particular was Pablo Benquera when he was in Duke. And
Paulo,
like he was,
Paulo,
huh?
Paulo.
Powell, Powell Benquera, when he was at Duke, and 7 pounds a game he was losing, he was cramping, and it looked like he wasn't even going to be able to play a full NBA season. He got to the league. It's so much more money, so much better doctors, so much better technology. That's not even an issue for him anymore. So I'm thinking and hoping the same thing for him, for Darren, that is.
Sometimes you preserving yourself. Don't mess up the bag.
But if he goes the same way as Ben Carroll, he's my early front runner for Rookie of the Year going into next season.
Me too.
That's how much I
And I
believe
really
in
believe
his
it's
ability.
because go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that's how much I believe in his ability. Long as he on the floor and he plays 70 games or whatever the quota is, I believe that he will be my early front runner for Rookie of the Year. But what you were saying, Mr. KD?
I think really because he's gonna have the ball in his hand way more. And the opportunities are gonna be there way for him way more. Uh, I wouldn't have been surprised if Washington would have went with him. But I'm glad they went AJ for they can get some more size in between that prospected starting lineup or projected starting lineup. But yeah, I love Darren Peterson as the talent. He can put the ball in the basket at a high clip. And like I said, he got a dog to him, man. He kind of more quiet kept, but he got a dog to him.
What's your boy? What is he? What is he? Played with Arkansas. Was it?
A-Cuff?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he
I
went.
want to say he went to Sacramento, if I ain't
Yep, he
mistaken.
did. I believe so, yeah. Because I started.
Because he just popped in my head when you said he gonna have the ball in his hand, and I think this somebody that's gonna have the ball in his hands that he may be giving Maverick of the Year early a good run for his money. What's your thoughts about him?
Now he gonna need the A-Cuff gonna have. He gonna need some time. He gonna need some time. I like where he landed, but yeah, it was Sacramento. But he gonna need a little time to find his niche. He's gonna be inconsistent, I believe, in this first season, and probably that's not nothing crazy to say about a rookie. Most of them, for the most part, will probably be inconsistent. But I think he's gonna have some lows. He's gonna have some ups and downs. But once he finds his niche, then we're really gonna see the player that he is.
I see.
I like the fit though, because like you said, with the Kings, he's gonna get more free reign than other situations he could have fell into.
Before we get to the next part of this topic, when I see Acuff, I see a future 6 man of the year coming off the bench, instant offense type of guard. That's why I think his career trajectory ultimately gonna be. What you think about that?
I'm not going to just put him on the bench. I think he can end up starting.
I think he's gonna start in the beginning. I think he's gonna start off as a starter. But I feel that and I think got a lot, and this is my personal bias. I
I
think it
think
got
he's
a lot to
fine.
do with his height and his build. I don't
He's
see
fine.
him, and this goes to the conversation we were just having about small guards. Maybe I'm overestimating him like Jalen Brown got overestimated, and that's kind of, and I think that's kind of how they seen Jalen Bronson. I think that's kind of how they seen him also. We can pin him on the bench behind Luka. He can score. He's explosive, but he kind of smallish, and that's kind of how I see Acuff.
Yeah, he's small. The stature of things is going to be compromised. But if you can put the ball like Brunson, if you can put the ball in the basket at a high clip, we'll find ways to compensate for you. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to close this topic without talking about Cam Boozer being drafted number 3 either.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But that's it. I just wanted to put it out there because I didn't know if it was a North Carolina thing you was trying to do or what.
Nah, nah. Because my
With
guy,
Cam
I
Boozer.
think he went the fifth pick. That just
Who went
slipped my
fifth?
mind.
Who went fifth?
From Carolina.
Caleb Winston went fourth.
Oh, I thought he went fifth.
Yeah,
What Boozer go? What Boozer go at?
Memphis.
Memphis. And yeah, my dude went. I want to say Shatta. I think he went to Chicago. But what you think about him being in Memphis? We don't know if he's gonna have a point guard or not, but
Well, Memphis is going to be his. That's the way I see it. If everything plays the way we expect it to, with John Morant finding a new spot, Cam is going to have free reign, and I don't think that's going to lead to success as far as team success. But he's going to be a good building block to transition them into the next era.
yeah.
But I like
Uh,
Caleb Wilson more as like a talent that you can put on a roster and he can go get it. I do like Caleb Wilson more for that. I think Cam is more predicated on the situation he's in, but and Caleb can go get it on his own. But I just wanted to make sure it was known that Cam Boozer out of Duke got drafted over Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina.
nah, that's good. And the thing about it is, I look at both of them, and they look at the organization they with right now. I don't know if these teams are in rebuild, remode. I don't know what direction they really are going in. Both of these teams, the Bulls and the Grizzlies. So I hope the best for them two players individually, but get prepared to lose. That's all just get prepared to lose. I don't know what they doing.
They lose on the
Um,
court, but they win in their life. Congratulations to all the draftees of the first round and their families. This is built up over time. You finally reached that pinnacle that you were striving for, and now you can reset and rewrite your goals on the board and the whiteboard and go attack them one by one. Shout out to all the draftees for tonight and tomorrow night as it comes.
and that's why I'm about to ask you. Do you got any prediction for round two? Any thoughts
Not
of who
yet
may go
because
where?
the first round isn't over, so I can't really make a prediction at this point as we stand right now.
All right. So let's get to this next topic. The best of the decade thus far. We're gonna rank the last 6 finals MVP from 1 to 6, 1 being the best, 6 being the worst. And right after that, we're gonna talk about the coaching update that just happened and any other coaches. So it's on you, Mr. KD.
You might as well get that out the way. It's only one coaching topic we got to talk about.
Yeah, all right, well, go ahead. And my second part is there any more open and still any more coaching availabilities? 'Cause I
Portland.
don't think Milwaukee got a coach, do they?
No, Milwaukee got Taylor Jenkins.
Oh
It's
yeah,
Portland.
okay.
I think Portland is the only one left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure on that, but I think Portland is the only one left. But yeah, Dusty May out of Michigan is headed to Dallas. They were highly after the college realm. They wanted John Shire, from what reports say. They wanted John Shire first. John Shire would not leave Duke. And Dusty May was their 1B option. And even after having that extension on the table with Michigan, he decided to go to the NBA realm. I think he's a solid coach, great coach. It opens the window for Dallas. It's going to be an extensive window. They're putting him in that position to develop the talent, not for them to win now. This is not a win now move. They're putting him there to develop the talent and build on that window. But I think Dusty May is a great coach, especially an adjustable coach. He can fit circumstances to his players, and that's going to be an ideal situation for him right now, giving him the time to develop and learn the NBA.
And Mr. KD, I'm gonna butcher this man's name. I want to say it's Michael Norrie. He was the assistant with the Minnesota
Yeah,
Timberwolves.
yeah. Oh, he got the
He
job?
yeah, with the Portland Trailblazers. So,
He got
to
the
your point,
job.
yeah, he with the Trailblazers. Yep.
When did this happen?
It might have happened today as I'm looking. Yeah, it might have happened today.
He used to coach
Yeah,
with us. He was on our staff for a little bit. Yep,
yeah,
we did hire him 11 hours ago. Okay,
yeah,
Mike Tenori, that's a good coach. He was with us with Michael Malone in the early days of Michael Malone. Then he went to Minnesota. He's a good, solid coach. I'm glad to see it. So I think that's all the coaching opportunities closed.
yeah. That was the last one. That was the only vacancy. They just that was the
But hold
last
on,
one.
let me look into this. I'm looking at it. Did they only give him a 1-year deal? Yeah, they
Portland,
signed him to a
Dallas,
1-year deal.
Milwaukee.
You don't sign no coach to no 1-year deal.
He got a 1 year deal for real.
1-year deal with a team option.
Oh nah. Now
I ain't
that's why
never seen
Portland gonna
nothing
stay.
like that.
I ain't nah. Now that what you call a prove it deal. I ain't never seen. Yeah, at
Oh
least give me
no.
three.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
at
We
least
gotta
give me
talk about that
three.
later on. Y'all blatantly disrespecting me. I know I could get fired any time, but now y'all blatantly disrespecting me.
So just
I got 1 year.
this offseason, we had Portland, Dallas, Milwaukee, Chicago, the Pelicans, and the Magic all had coaching vacancies, and now all of them have been filled. Like you said, the last one was Norrie, and Dallas Mavericks got what's his name, Dusty May, who took his team, Michigan, that is. So he went from Michigan to the Mavericks, was a national champion, the recent national champion. Now he's in Dallas. You think he could bring that winning pizzazz to Dallas?
Eventually. Yeah. It's just a long-term pick move. It's long-term.
And I think it's good, especially against somebody from college with such a young superstar that you got. That I believe he
Think
probably got players on his team older than Flag. So he,
what I
nah, I
want to
mean,
say
then
to that.
90-year-old ain't nothing to him.
What I want to say to that is, Kyrie might be on the move. I don't want to be too early saying it or projecting too early, but Kyrie might not be on the Mavericks next season, starting next season.
All right. So let's get to our,
Woo! If they can get Kyrie to Miami,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That can answer a lot of questions. So
man, a
solve a lot.
lot of questions.
Yeah. So your top six finals MVP, 1 through 6, is on you, Mr. KD.
We got a good litter to pick from, and they had some dominant performances. I went Shea number 1 because Shea went 7. He's the only one to go 7 out of the last 6, and his stats hold up with some of the guys that only went 5 or 6. So I went Shea, Jokic, of
So
course,
you getting
7.
a credit for going 7 games?
Now I'm saying the fact that you went 7 and statistically you still hold
Okay.
up to the guys that had
Which
less
means
games.
you was able to pick this
Yeah,
output throughout. Yeah.
yeah. Your stats stretch over 5, mine stretch over 7, and we right there. So yeah, Shea, Jokic, Steph, Giannis, which had the most statistically dominant out of all of them, but you just got to remember the games because Chris Middleton was more important in the clutch in some of them instances, or most of those instances. Brunson and then JB.
Yeah. It's crazy how differently we looked at this. I got Brunson number 1. And this goes back to that small guard thing. I'm giving him credit for his height, what he did, the pressure,
Not,
bringing
not,
it home.
not to cut you off, but I just want to put a little asterisk out there. You know, OG Anunoby was the favorite for MVP until Game 5.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So Bronson, 33 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Then I had Giannis. He was number 2. And it ended his championship with a 50 piece. He averaged 35, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. 3, your guy Jokic did what he does, 30 and 14 with 7 assists. Steph Curry, which to me, I believe this championship was the most impressive to me because he was supposed to be over the hill, XYZ. You ain't got KD no more. The end of the dynasty, all of those rumors, all those things. 31 points. What was that? 6 rebounds, 7 assists. And then I had SGA with 36 and 5. And I gave him deduction for going to 7 games. I felt like you got pushed the hardest, and you allowed teams to win more games than these other people. So I gave him deduction. And then Brown, 21-5-5. Yeah, like
Shea had 30 points in four over 30 plus. Sorry, 30 plus in 4 of the 7 games. If I can recall, because that's not in my notes. If if I can recall, Shea had 30 plus in 4 of the 7 games of that series. The fact that it went 7 should not be a count against me.
yeah, I felt I just and with the team that he was playing, the Pacers, I didn't look at the Pacers as a juggernaut type of team. So I thought me
Well,
looking
you
at
had
you,
Jokic second. Nobody looked at Miami as a juggernaut.
you say and I had Jokic third. But I remember before the series started, I told Jokic just gonna beat him with his mind. Like he just gonna outthink them. That like, and that's
Oh, he
why
had
he
a
ended up getting
third.
third. Truth
Who
be
he had
told,
second?
truth be told, now I want to kind of flip it and go Jokic fourth and Curry third. I believe Curry MVP, well, Curry finals run and finals performance was a little more impressive than Jokic. Just a touch, but it's
Let's get a little more
unfortunate.
consistent, baby. Like what we grading here? Because he pushed 6 games. You grading the less games on one end. Now what are we doing here?
Well, I'm looking at Curry performance, and like I said, when I look at who they played against, also that's what I'm looking at. SGA, I think out of everybody, SGA probably had the worst team he was playing against, and he had the toughest time doing it. So that's why he getting deduction from me. The Spurs, good team. The Heat was the second worst team.
No,
The Heat
Spurs
was
are
the second
too
worst
young,
team.
man. We know they weren't supposed to be here.
I said it was the second worst team behind. I'm gonna say the worst team was the Pacers, then the Heat. Curry beat a young up and coming Boston team. Giannis he beats Booker and CP3 to make sure CP3 ends his career with no rings, and it was up to and he won 4 straight games. And like I said, a 50-piece hyperextended knee came right back. So it was the whole thing. Brown, on the other hand. His is number 6. His performance just didn't live up to the rest of these guys. Everybody else averaged 30 plus point,
Only
30
thing I was
points
going to
plus.
shift.
Huh?
Only thing I was going to shift was Giannis and Steph. That was my hardest one. Does Giannis go before Steph or after? That was my hardest one. But
Yeah,
Shea and Jokic is number 2 and 1 and 2 for me,
yeah,
clearly.
I'm
Steph and
shifting.
Giannis can be shifted. Brunson and JB is 5 and 6 for me, clear. Up until Game 7, when you drop 45, you won't gonna be Finals MVP. So we can't talk about the totality of the finals and say he had this phenomenal performance when somebody outdid you for 4 of the 5 games.
I don't know if he outdid him 4 to 5 games, but I believe he was more consistent because it was, I want to say, game 3-ish that Bronson had a down game. I think OG had 20 points in every game, so it was certain games where OG was playing a little better than him, but I think for the most part,
No, most certain. Most games.
I, and truth be told, I think if Bronson didn't come through and they end up winning, I always felt Cat was gonna get the award due to everything that going on and his mother and the storyline and all that. I thought that's why I really thought, but Cat kind of feels at the end. If he
He
was able
went
to
to
stay
sleep.
as consistent as he was in
He
the
went to sleep
beginning,
after Game 3. After Game 3, he kind of went to sleep.
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
statistically, he still had an impression on the game. Just statistically, he kind of went to
yeah.
sleep. But OG was
So,
big.
he was. If you got, and he had the block of the series. If you got any more news, Mr. KD in the NBA, before we get to our next topic, this is our Keep 4, Cut 4 Bears edition all time. I'm gonna well, y'all gotta agree to it. I'm about to tell him start Mr. Mari. But the first name on the list shouldn't be that difficult. Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Excuse me.
These are all-time players, not like all-time
He
offensive
ain't put
players.
position or nothing. Exactly.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like
all-time Bears.
Because if you think Bears, you think
the
defense. And the
Bears got a
fact
lot
that
of
you went
good
offense
defensive
first,
players. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. They got a lot of defensive Hall of
But no,
Famers.
sweetness, that's
But
Walter
yeah,
Payton.
I think you
Yeah,
got to keep that. You got to keep Walton Payton though.
yeah, I'm going to keep.
Brian Urlacher is the next one. I'm like, got to keep.
All right. So
You got names.
Mike Dicker.
You might go
I was
Ditka.
just about to say
Exactly. I'm about to say, you
he's the
might go
third one.
Ditka.
Yeah.
Are we talking playing career or totality?
No. This playing career.
Oh, playing
Even though
career?
he was the
I mean,
coach
he
that took him
was.
to the '85 Super Bowl. If y'all want to
Yeah.
throw that in there for the Bears, y'all can. But
The Bears.
no, he was a tight end.
Yeah, so yeah, Mike Dicker, the tight
Ah,
end. Mike Dicker was nice.
he was nice, but we got 7 more names. Well, 6 more names. I'm gonna cut him just because
Mm,
I don't know who's next.
mm.
So I'm gonna cut him.
Oh, I gotta
I
hear
want to keep
Urlacher.
him. I want to keep him.
Mm. We got the man, the myth, the
Hold
legend.
up. Did we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend. Refrigerator William Perry.
See, I'd
Okay.
rather have Dicker than him. That's crazy.
Yeah. I kind of felt like this was gonna come up too, but
Scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
as meaningful as that
I'll
is,
let you pick
I
that one,
don't
Mark.
care. But
That's what I say. That's what I was saying. He had his
like I
playoff
said,
moment, Mr. Amari.
as meaningful as that is, I don't care.
So
Cut.
we cutting
You
him.
cut me?
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a peanut too. Give me a
All
peanut
right.
punch.
So we're gonna go Brandon Marshall.
And
No, he cut.
we mm, uh cut.
All right.
Cut.
Y'all only got one cut left.
We only got one keep, so we cutting
Now we
we
got
cut
3
everybody.
keep. We good.
No,
We good
no, I'm
over
saying
here.
we only got one so far.
All
God
right.
dang, I want Dicker. I should have kept Dicker.
Can't play with him. Mr. Mike
Mike
Singletary.
Singletary. I knew he was coming up.
Yep.
Even though I would have kept Dicker over him. I'm thinking I'm gonna regret that
Oh,
pick.
Mike Singletary?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Totality of the Bears. No,
Yeah,
no, not just Singletary. I'm talking about Perry Marshall. Both of those, like you made it easy on us. Go ahead. What we got?
all right. Another legend. Dick Buckus.
Oh, you got 2.
Yeah. So the last one got to be Brian Urlacher, right?
That's 2 more.
We got 2 more left.
Okay.
You said this man's name a little earlier. Peanut, the officer Tillman.
You gotta get cut because there's so many left.
Yeah, he got to get cut because now
So
if
many
that last
left.
one, Brian Urlacher, like
Y'all cutting him?
Not, not just man, I ain't gonna say no more names, but yeah, he got it. Yeah, at this point, he got to get cut.
he got to.
Mm. Y'all gonna really kick yourself when y'all hear this last one.
You
Mike
about to say
Forte.
Matt
Matt
Forte?
Forte.
Matt Forte. I said Mike. Matt Forte.
Yeah.
They got Matt Forte name,
I'm
man.
not
Mm,
mad because I
I'm
was a
not mad
big
at that.
Matt
I
Forte
say I'm not
fan.
mad at that. Matt
That
Forte was a
dude,
dog. 100 yards.
what
Hey,
that
hey,
size,
he was one of them CMCs before CMC.
and he was way bigger than CMC. Like the size of Matt, for him to be a receiving threat like that, rushing, man, I'm good with that Forte pick. I got to find somebody to kick off for Dick though.
All right.
Matt Forte.
Before y'all speak about who y'all got,
Yeah, it
Refrigerator
would have to
Perry,
be him.
Brandon Marshall, Mike Dicker, and Peanut Tillman all got cut. Walter Payton, Mike Singletary, Dick Buckus, and Matt Forte all got kept.
Yeah, if I
Should
had to
have
pick
kept Mike
somebody, it would
Ditka
have to
from
be
Matt
him.
Forte.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have to be him.
Yeah,
But I'm okay with. I'm all right where I'm at
he more monumental to Chicago than Matt.
for sure.
Yeah.
That one ring is enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt ain't
I
got
think
nothing.
if I was to change anything, that'd be the only thing I'd change if I was y'all. Mike for Matt. Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah. But that's picking apples and oranges at this point. Because you're gonna get one wrong when you don't know the order. So you can give one wrong. You just don't want to totally screw the whole lineup up.
I
You don't
mean,
want to
yeah.
with Mike
Yeah.
Signature cut some something like that, or cut Walter Payton. That'd be horrendous.
Nah, I
All
would
right,
have
Yeah, if we
started
would
with
have
the
let
first
Walter
cut.
Payton cut, yeah, for this lineup, we would have felt some way about that. Yeah.
all right, Mr. KD. This is our diamond talk.
One second. How did Brandon Marshall make the out of all the Bears legends, how did Brandon Marshall make
How
He
do you
got a
make the
record.
list?
He got the record there for most catches in the game.
it?
What
That's
was
it? I thought it
21,
was Miami.
22?
I thought it was Miami.
Well, it might have.
I thought it was with the
I thought it was
Bears,
with Chicago. The 21
Oh, I thought it was
catches.
Miami. I thought it was Miami.
but I mean, my whole thing was, this is why I did the whole team and not certain offensive defense. They got some defensive players, but there's not a lot of talent coming out of Chicago outside of the defense in particular.
No, that was in Denver actually.
It was
It
in
was in
Denver.
Denver.
In Denver. Wow. Oh yeah, Jay Cutler. Yeah, they were throwing that thing. Yeah.
I could have put him on the list. He definitely would have been a key.
Jay Cutler?
I'm being facetious,
I ain't
but
gonna lie. I would take Caleb before Jay Cutler because he swept the Packers last
Why?
year.
I thought
I
about putting him
figured
on the list, but I was like, he can't be on the list with these all timers right now. Like,
Nah,
even
he can't. He can't be up there. But if you telling me you would have put Jay Cutler up there, I would have took Caleb over him because he swept the Packers.
all right. So, Mr. KD, this is our diamond talk. Who is the leader of the dugout? Your top 10, and also, I mean, not top 10, your top teams, and also the Yankees, which is you and I favorite baseball team. What's the projection for them and for the season, and how they looking thus far? It's on you, Mr. KD.
top dogs is the Dodgers and the Braves so far. They're only one game apart in the well, no, 2 games apart in the win column. Um, but the Dodgers are the head dogs, and for good reason. They've been winning off of the pitching rotation, man, the bullpen. Um, with Shohei, Snell, my boy Yamamoto, uh, their pitching rotation is hard to combat. And not that they say, like I said, they don't have an extensive gap in between the other competitive teams, but when you look at what they're able to do from the bullpen, and then if you can count their offense batting, um, they look like a foreseeable foe for the future. And I don't think the Dodgers, I don't see them falling off or anything like that headed forward. Not to shun the Braves or the Brewers, but I just feel like the Dodgers are a notch ahead of every other team, including my love Yankees this season
And
so far.
and to that point, Mr. KD, and they're in the hotter conference. So, for instance, the Atlanta Braves, the Brewers, and the Dodgers all got over 45 wins, with the Dodgers having 50 wins, 10 more than the second team in their division. The reason I bring that up, when you look at the American League, the only team that got more than 45 wins is the Yankees.
I like it.
So I was punch. My projection for the Yankees, I'm saying a repeat of the World Series. I'm saying the Yankees and the Dodgers back in the World Series. What's your thoughts, Mr. KD?
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. And the only hesitancy I got, which you might want to flip, you could possibly flip that narrative and say it's a more optimistic view on things, are injuries, man. We got some injuries we're fighting right now, and we just got a recent nick up with Jazz that is worrisome. But like I said, you could flip that argument and say the fact that you've had these injuries and you're still at the top, the sky's the limit. So you can look at it 2 ways, but I'm a little skeptical on that. I need to see when Aaron returns, what type of Aaron will we get, because he's had kind of an off season for his status when he was even playing. So
And the thing about with Judd in particular, I need him in the World Series, man. I need the bats to go crazy in the World Series. Like
he's had
the
some.
Dodgers got the pitching, so we know what they coming to. If we was to
Oh, we
rematch,
got the pitching too. We got some injuries, like I keep saying. We got some injuries, but
yeah,
I
but
understand we got their level, but we
last
got a
year
bullpen.
that bullpen for the Dodgers hurt us. I'm talking about the Yankees, that is. So we got to now. Like I always say at the end of the episode, we can't come to play. We got to get in there, get our bat swinging. We need to get up some pitches. We need to get up. I mean, some
But
runs.
99 and had some playoff performances that were lackluster. And
Yeah,
that's really what I can't hang my head on his playoff performances, but we got a roster. Like I said, not only is Judge hurt, G hurt. Uh, uh, Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton, he's hurt. So we got some firepower that's down right now. Like I said, Jazz got nicked up. Fried pitching bullpen was hurt. So we got some injuries we fighting through. But like I said, I do see the Dodgers as a step above the competition right now. But as a Yankees fan, of course, I'm feeling optimistic because the casket ain't closed until it's in the ground.
and to that point, like I said, the Dodgers they're gonna have a tougher playoffs and a tougher path even to get back to the World Series. So we can be looking a little more optimistic as Yankees fans. Like we may have an easier path. The Yankees, I mean not the Yankees, the Dodgers may mess around and get knocked off by the Atlanta Braves or the Brewers or something to that effect. Do I believe it will happen? No, but they got to go through them just to get to the ultimate goal before they even come see us. I don't think we got that same task at hand.
But that's when we usually perform the worst, and well for recent memory. when the expectations are there for us, that's when we usually have the no shows and so to say. So I don't rest on those as comfortably as I did when we had Derek Jeter and A Rod and all of them, even though they didn't really get too many out of the window.
So, just FYI, Mr. KD, while we been here, we won another game. So now we got the
Oh
47
yeah, we
wins.
just beat them what was it, 4-3? I think it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, Detroit, I believe. So, I mean, they're just another
That's a,
feather.
that's a good fight too.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I said, we had
Well, they beat
46
us.
wins.
I want to say they beat us yesterday.
Yeah, we up to 47 wins. So right now, like the only other team, like I say, the White Sox, they got 41 wins. The Guardians got 41 wins. The Mariners got 41 wins. No other team in our conference has over 40 wins besides, the Rays, Tampa Bay. So we not facing the elite of the elite. But to
Wait,
your
hold on.
point,
You said you mean division, not conference, right?
nah, the conference. We
No, it's a few 40. You said 40 plus. It's a few 40
I,
plus.
I named them. I said it was Tampa Bay, the Guardians, the Twins. That mean the Guardians, the White Sox, Tampa Bay, and the Mariners, and they
Seattle.
all got 41
Yeah.
wins. Tampa Bay got 43, but they all got 41 wins. So what I'm saying is, no other team in the conference got more than 40 wins. 38 is the most outside of the four teams I just named.
Toronto.
But
Toronto got 39.
okay, but we can't use that to take our foot off the gas. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, even though we may not be having the best competition, when the playoffs start, it's the best of the best, especially in baseball. So, with that being said, we'll get to our next topic. We'll get to our Kings and Queens preview. Is on you,
What?
Mr. Amari.
Yeah, I say you got. Well, I got the whole most of the main card, but the
Oh,
king.
my fault. My fault to cut you off. Are we doing Night of Champions or King of the Ring and
It's
Queen of the
it's
Ring?
at Night of Champions.
But he
Like
only
that's when the
said King
finals
and Queen
are.
of the Ring.
Yeah, it's. I think Night of the Champions is like the generic.
When the
Oh,
final
So
matches
that's the
are.
whole pay per view.
all right,
I
well,
thought we were just talking about the tournaments.
nah, we were talking about. I'm talking about the pay per view in particular.
Oh,
The
see,
tournaments ain't
yeah.
even happened yet.
No, I'm talking about the finals. They got the finals left.
Yeah, that's what I put those two
That's all I
main
put.
matches in there.
That's all I
Oh,
put. Yeah, I
well, I
thought we were
got
talking
like I
about the
said.
tournament.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk on those two matches, go ahead, and I'll give the rest of the card.
Yeah, all I got is I'm about to say all I got is the tournaments because he said King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring.
So who you
Um,
got winning in the
I,
finals? And
I'm gonna go women's first. I got Liv winning because she's the hottest female going right now. I don't know who she's gonna challenge though. Who you think she'll challenge?
Rhea Ripley
Rhea? Okay. Yeah, I got Liv winning though. In the men's is much more intriguing to me
or
personally.
Soul. I can see her. I can see her challenging Soul Ruka.
That's what I'm saying. It's the storylines is so open for the females that you really don't know which route they're going. With the men, I pretty much see where they're going with this. But over in Jay, I got Brock showing up again, costing over the match.
Mm-hmm.
Uso winning, going to challenge Cody. Yeah.
I don't have him
Well, he
challenging
might
Cody.
challenge Roman. Though. I
I
ain't
don't.
gonna
I
lie.
say I don't have
I
him
thought about
challenging
that
Cody.
because the way it's going, they might do that, but I think it's too early. So I got him going to challenge Cody.
You said you want me to hold the title. Let me get that one, big dog.
It could happen. I'm not close to doing that.
Um, but to touch on the remainder of of the card for Night of Champions, you got a triple threat between Cody, Gunther, and Sami Zayn for the title, in which I'm have Cody winning, but I think there's a great chance that Gunther could come out with this win as well. Um, you have Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins in a steel cage match. I got Seth Rollins winning that. I just think Seth Rollins will be able to outsmart Braun Breaker in some type of way, or even though and just come out with the win. And Trick Williams and versus Ricky Saint. I got Trick Williams retaining his title again. That's most of the card. But as far as the two King and Queen of the Ring finalists match, I have exactly what you have scripted for Oba and Jay, but I actually, like I said, I have Jay challenging Roman. And with Liv and Io Sky, I actually got Io Sky winning, and I still have her challenging Sol Ruka.
So Let's get to our verses of the night. Our top 6 luchadors. I'm gonna start with Mr. Amari. I'm gonna go second, and then Mr. KD go third. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Rey Mysterio. The
Yeah.
over.
All right. I'm gonna go Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Hold on, let me put letters behind this. A-T. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess that's the top 2, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It got tough quicker than I expected. I'm gonna go. Oh, I get 2 back to back. I'm gonna go Ultimo Dragon.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go Sin Cara, Mystico, whatever you wanted to call
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go Gory Guerrero, the head patriarch of the
him. I
Guerrero
didn't think
family,
nobody would pick him. I didn't think nobody would pick him.
and the man who made the camel clutch famous. I think he created the move, but I know he at least made it famous.
I'll
He
take
was one of the
Dom.
patriarchs. He was one of the
So
patriarchs.
yeah. I'll take Dom and Chavo.
All right. If you going Chavo, then nah, I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna go Blue Demon.
Yeah, he going all the patriarchs. I ain't vote on nobody that was too far ahead of my time. I ain't vote on nobody like that. I'm
I
going
got him on the
Conan.
list. I didn't think they was gonna get I didn't think they
I'm
was
going.
gonna get picked.
I'm going Conan. And nah, y'all ain't gonna pick him, so he'll be there for me next round. Pentagon or Pentajoy, whatever you want to call him.
Oh yeah, that
Enter.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
That boy now.
I was going there next.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna try
That's
to
what I had to
hope that
do. I
came
had to
back.
beat y'all to the pick because I know my other ones y'all ain't gonna pick. So they'll be there for me.
Lapaka.
Nope, well, I guess he won't be there. Never mind. All right.
Let me get Bandito and Psycho Clown.
Hey, what made you pick La Parker, man? I don't like that.
Yeah. It's something you just said. People that I seen, and it's somebody I seen. Another person I seen. I'm gonna keep the party going with the Guerreros. Juventud Guerrero.
Yeah, he was on my list too. That kind of made it easy for me. I gotta go with the rest of my board. Psychosis and I'll go El Santo since we're going to the Patriarchs. I'll go with him last.
Yeah, I had him on my list. Another guy because I seen him before. Vampiro.
Vampiro? He was a lucha?
Mm-hmm. Had to look him up myself.
Vampiro won't no lucha to me. He's more aligned with Sting and all and everything that he did. Never mind, man. I ain't gonna argue.
It's from TNA. Suicide. I think that's my last one, ain't it?
It should be good. I got 6. Yeah, that should
I
be it.
know goddamn well Vampiro ain't no lucha. I thought I could let it go.
Yeah.
Ain't no lucha. Don't think because he just got paint on his face, he a lucha. Goldust had paint on his face.
He even what it say in 2014 he wrestled with the Lucha Underground. Well, nah, he Spanish speaking. Yeah, I'm looking at his profile right now.
Speaking Spanish ain't got nothing to do with what lucha means.
No, I'm just saying that I'm looking at what he is. He's a luchador. They say what from 91 to 98 Lucha Libre. Yeah, I'm looking at it. So let's get to our last verses of the night before we get out of here.
You want no
Which
honorable
is?
mentions?
Oh yeah. Cause I still have some names on this paper. I ain't gonna lie to you, about 17 I don't even know. They just was on the list, so.
Oh no, I ain't named nobody I ain't know. Like that's too far.
Someone, yeah.
Andrade was on my list. Dragon Lee, he almost made it. He was between my last picks.
On my list,
Dragon Lee almost made it.
Yeah, he was my last pick that I had to pick one or the other, and I just went.
What about Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, Ray Phoenix was up there. Super Crazy was up there.
Super Crazy.
And I was trying to find some TNA and AEW guys that could have fit the bill in particular. That's what I was.
There's a lot of them. You got Vikingo, you got Rush, you got
Oh, I got him on my list. I sure do got Rush on the Lapaka. What's his name? Dr.
you got
Wagner
some,
Jr.
guys.
and Blue. What's his name? Black Shadow. Don't know who that is, but I think he fit the bill too. But let's get to our last verses of the night, which is our all-time draft. This is the black and purple. This is the black and purple versus the black and silver. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD.
You don't know who he is, but he fit the bill.
Yeah. I just looked at his resume. Mr. KD, you got the Raiders. Mr. Amari, you got the Ravens. This is our all-time draft. You get one quarterback, two running backs, three wide receivers, one tight end, one lineman, and two defensive players. It's on you, Mr. KD.
I don't
Rich
like. I'm
Gannon.
gonna put it out there. I don't like the whole. I feel like every time we do this segment, Amari got a better team than me. This just keep coming up to me every time.
I
You
mean,
had
you
last
got
time.
Rich Gannon, Bo
Yeah,
Jackson,
and who you got?
Marcus
I ain't talking
Allen.
about what I got. I got good enough people. You got a different conglomerate over there.
What you mean?
But
You
hey,
got Tim Brown. I ain't got no receivers. You got
hey,
receivers.
you damn sure don't. Keep drafting for me then. Go ahead. You just said about four of my names already. Keep
I
going. You
say
draft
Tim
more.
Brown. I'm about to say I don't know how you want to go about it, but you got Randy Moss. I
I
said
ain't using them.
you can still use Antonio Brown. I'm about to say these are
Nah,
names
you
that they
going
played.
nah.
They were
You
on
going
the team.
you going left. You was doing good, then you went left.
But no, Tim Brown. I can't think of another
Quarterback
receiver.
for sure.
Rich
I got
Gannon.
Rich
That's
Gannon.
for,
I
I said
had
that's for
Plunkett,
sure.
but
MVP.
I had Plunkett, but I went with Rich.
He's the
Um,
MVP. I don't see why we
Jeff
going away
Flunky
from Rich
Flunky
Gannon.
got the Super Bowl, right?
both of them got Super Bowl.
Rich Gannon got an MVP and a Super Bowl. Again, why
Nah,
we going away from Rich
Rich
Gannon?
Gannon, they lost to Tampa Bay. That was the Janet Jackson Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's funny. It's just, but all right,
I thought Rich
then you
had a
got.
Super Bowl. Hold up now.
I swear I thought Rich Gannon had a Super Bowl, or he
Nah,
just won the MVP
he was almost a journeyman until his last stop with
when he got there.
yeah. But nah, I don't think he won a Super Bowl. I'm more than sure. Yeah, nah, he doesn't have a Super Bowl.
Oh, I might have to change my
No,
All-time
man.
Super
I
Bowl,
might have to
two-time
change him.
All-Time.
They said he had 5 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I might have to
Yeah,
go ahead and change him.
nah, the
But
Bucks
nah, I'm gonna
defense,
stick with Rich Gannon.
I
they
say
need to
yeah.
play because they had the coach.
So
Cause
yeah, I know I'm left. I don't know as far as tight end. They'll say, did you go Darren Waller
Heck no.
at tight end?
Running back. Who you said I got? Who you picked?
I said
Marcus Allen.
Marcus
I know you
Allen and
said.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, you're right about that one. Receiver, you only had Tim Brown.
Yeah, I don't know who your other receiver
Jared
could be.
Bolitnikoff. Oh my God, he
Oh
started that
yeah,
for
he
next year
did.
2 years ago.
Oh
And then I got the GOAT. Well, some people's GOAT. He ain't my GOAT personally, but some people's GOAT. Jerry Rice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he took
That'll
he
be
took
our
Both
Super
40
people
year
Bowl
old.
GOAT. I'll
four.
He
even
took
say that.
40
Both
year old
people GOAT.
Jerry.
Yeah, but he was still putting up numbers.
I mean, yeah, Jerry still had like I want to say like 2 or 3 thousand yard seasons after turning 40.
Mm-hmm. And
And
who
in the
you got
Quick
for your running backs and receivers, Mr. Amari?
I'm about to say he was going off his whole team.
I was about to say, I want to hear your quarterback. Well, I don't know who it got to be, but
Like Lamar.
Yeah.
tight end, I had Todd
Flacco
Christensen.
son down right
Flacco
there with
got the
Todd
Super
ring.
Bowl
Flacco
ring.
got
Christensen.
the ring, but I got 2 MVPs.
Todd Christensen was the early Brock Bowers. I'm telling you, he was a straight receiving threat that they didn't know why he played tight end, but straight receiving threat. I'm sure
I
he
ain't
led the
gonna
league in
lie.
receptions at
Not
least
gonna
one.
lie. It's like that would. That's a good one. I would have been in there. Darren Waller was.
Nah, you ain't done it long enough, kid. You gotta look at Todd.
mm,
I did this. I
Okay.
want to say he led the league in receptions twice. I know one for sure.
All right.
O
So you got
line, I got Jim Otto, of course.
mhm, defense.
Gene Upshaw and Art Shell. Defense, I got Howie Long and Charles Woodson.
Oh, I was about to be like, yeah. I'm gonna say Charles. Okay.
That's my lineup.
Like I
That's my
said,
lineup.
I got Lamar.
I'm happy you only get 2 defenders though. I think I could rest with that.
I got Jamal Lewis and King Henry. At
That's a power
receiver,
backfield right there.
yeah, we running through your face.
And Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen ain't.
I mean, they running through your face too.
That's well, Bo Jackson got some power behind him, but Marcus is more speed back. He got two power backs.
So that means he restricted. I got
I
versatility.
said he got a power backfield. I ain't say he had a
I
better
thought you said
backfield.
that's a. Oh, I
Hey,
ain't I ain't gonna go
all I'm gonna
power.
say is, if you get within arm's reach, you better protect your face.
That boy Bo can move, man.
And that boy Derek can punch.
And I think Marcus Allen got a Super Bowl MVP if I'm mistaken.
I'm pretty sure of it. Derek Mason at receiver, Steve Smith, and then I'm gonna do exactly what you did last week. Give me Mark Andrews.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If Derek Mason your first one, you
Yeah. He's literally the first one. He's the all-time leading receiver for the Ravens.
and I sorry, I didn't mean that laugh. I'm just saying
No,
of
you meant
all
that laugh.
time, if Derek
5,000 yards.
Mason is your top receiver, and I ain't saying he was a bad receiver, I'm just saying if he's your echelon,
It won't that good either.
yeah, it's you're in a little tricky
When
territory.
Hollywood Brown is still in your top five all time,
Yeah.
you got some questions to ask about the franchise.
And you talking about
And
you getting clout off Steve Smith. Steve Smith was barely a Raven.
barely there.
Yeah. But you can say the same thing about I guess my Jerry Rice pick. So yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm still in what you did last week with the double tight ends. Give me Mark Andrews as my third receiver.
It's all about who you go next. Who you going next with tight end? Todd?
Todd Heat.
There we go. There we
Yes.
go. There we go.
Offensive line, Jonathan
No
Ogden.
Shannon Sharp with a Super Bowl ring.
Oh yeah. Oh, my fault, Shay. My
Yeah, I
fault,
forgot. I
Shay.
mean, Shannon was there, but it's
What? What do you mean was there? My fault, Shay. Todd, he can't even. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that
sorry.
part. But
Todd Heat was the all-time lead. Well, not now. He's not anymore because that's Mark Andrews. But he's the all-time leading receiver there.
nah, you gotta go Shay. Dang,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
almost slipped that. Thank you, IT. But
I
like I said,
mean,
this ain't my team anyway.
Todd Heat. Jonathan Ogden. I mean, the defenders are kind of like some of the best of all
How
time.
you get two old linemen,
Anybody.
right?
He
Oh, I
can
got
say
two
any. He
online.
can just throw darts at the name. Anybody on
Oh,
defense.
You
what's
get
it?
two old
Marshall
linemen.
Yonder. Marshall Yonder. Jonathan Ogden and Marshall Yonder. And then I'm about to say the defenders. I don't really even think. Can we put one of them motivational speaking
Ray
videos?
Lewis
And
and
I
Ed
bet you
Reed.
know. Yeah. But I wanted one of those motivational edits. Like you could turn it in there. Pretty sure
Even
IT
though
could
you
edit
could
that
pick
in there.
about 6 different names, but hey.
Oh, I
Yeah, you
was. I
got
about to say
T. Sizzle.
I could have took Dion still.
Yep.
Junior Seau, you
Hey,
could.
Junior Seau played with the Ravens.
yeah.
I don't remember that.
No,
I
not
can.
Seau. What's my man name? My fault. Not Seau.
Okay, Junior
Big boy.
Seau. Yeah.
Big boy.
Um,
No.
Passed
you
away.
know Goose,
Yeah, Goose. Yeah.
Saragusa.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
It was one of them. Eat up the whole middle.
He was inside. Yeah,
He
you don't get no
tackle y'all
praise.
time about
You
that
don't get
year.
no
I
praise
could have
inside.
Haloti Nada.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could have went. Yeah, I could have went some ways with the
Terrell
defenders.
Suggs. Terrell Suggs.
T Sizzle.
Mm-hmm.
How they outside of Ed Reed? How they DBs looking for the Ravens? I'm trying to think of some more DBs outside of Ed Reed. Can't really. I got
I mean, you
McAllister
got to
in my
think they
head,
still
but
had. I mean, they had Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey.
Crazy
yeah,
thing is, you don't have to
Uh,
think outside of Ed Reed. That's how great he was. Like when you hear a name
yeah,
like
that is
that, you
true.
close the whole position group. You close Ed
that's
Reed. The whole D back field is closed. I said
all
it
I
enough.
gotta say. That's Bill Belichick's favorite player. That's enough said for me.
He literally said that.
Yeah, he loved that man. So let's get to
Oh,
our
Rod
last.
Woodson. I ain't even think.
Right.
Oh yeah. He was on that Super Bowl team with Shannon Sharp. Yup, sure
Chris
was.
McAllister,
Yeah, it's too many.
Crazy thing is
Eric
all the
Weddle,
history they
Peter
got,
Jimmy
Colbert.
Smith.
and they ain't had no receivers to really
Hey,
move the chain.
hey, if I can, I take Dion and put him at receiver. Do that count?
That's their
I should have
best
did
player.
that. I should have did that. Bet you he would have had more yards than Derrick
How
Mason.
you ain't never had one receiver?
Derek Mason was
Because
their best,
see,
like outside of that
that's
little bit
what
of
That's what happens when you put a team in
And who
the
was
middle of
Derek Mason's
Baltimore.
quarterback for the majority?
I want to say Trent Dilfer.
Trent
Uh,
Dilfer. Oh my
He didn't make no
lord.
numbers with Trent Dilfer.
I
He
don't
had
know
Joe
who.
Flizzy.
Steve McNair. Yeah, Steve McNair.
No, I thought Mason had Flacco.
Nah, Flacco main receivers was it Torrey Smith?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Torrey
Mixing
Smith
names
was
up.
Flacco main receiver, and then
I'm
you got
thinking about
Jacoby
Torrey
Jones.
Smith. Thinking about Torrey Smith. I mixed the names up. Yeah, okay. I apologize. I thought I was mixing your career with Torrey Smith.
I mean, Torrey Smith was. I mean, he's a second. He's number two behind Derek Mason.
That's why I was mixing. I was mixing. Yeah, I mixed them two up.
He still ain't get the 5,000 yard mark, and that's still
No,
low.
ain't nobody doing that. But I mixed Derek Mason with Torrey Smith.
Said if you're a Baltimore receiver, you are not going to have 5 good seasons.
All right, let's get to our sticky note segment of the night. So we got it here. How far will America get in the World Cup? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari.
You asking me? We going to we getting it.
That's that American pride. See, I tell you, that's why the other countries don't like us. That's why they don't like us.
I'm just saying. If you ask me, we getting it.
Right.
They
And
winning.
if you ask 9 out of 10 Americans, they're gonna all say the same thing. Never watch soccer a day in their life. They're gonna say the same thing. Because I'm gonna say the same thing. We winning it all.
It's all right. We delusional. So what?
The fact is, we ain't got no
This
problem
is my
being wrong.
country.
We ain't got no problem being wrong, but you gonna have to prove me wrong. That's the point.
And that's the American way. And I need y'all to remember one thing: we ain't come to play. We out.